Presented by Krieger Ford. You're looking live here at Westerville North High School here in Westerville, Ohio, where tonight your Warriors take on Matt Brett and the Westerville Central Warhawks in the lone regular season meeting between these two teams here in 2025-26. Hi, everybody. It's Rick Cooper, the voice of the Warriors. We say happy holidays, and it's great to have you with us here tonight on the Westerville North Sports Network. We welcome you to Friday Night Hoops. It is presented exclusively by Krieger Ford. They're the official and exclusive Ford dealership of the Westerville North Sports Network, conveniently located on Morse Road in Columbus, home of the Krieger commitment, best cars, best people, and peace of mind. You can shop at Krieger Ford today. And we do welcome you to the North Star Family Dental pregame show. The North Star Family Dental pregame show will count you down to tonight's opening tip. Enjoy a free whitening with a new patient exam, cleaning, and x-rays. Call them at 614-682-6213 or visit NorthstarFamilyDental.com. Well, it is the lone regular season meeting between the Warriors and the Warhawks here in 2025-26. You may remember that Westerville North and Central actually met a second time a season ago when they squared off in the regional semis at the Columbus Fairgrounds. North dominated that matchup 66-38 en route to the Division II state championship. Micah Young led the way with 22. Ty Perkins was the other Warrior in double digits on that afternoon with 15. Amari Spiva, a senior last year, led Central with 14. He and senior Josh Henderson accounting for 27 of Central's 38 points. The Warriors are back in action for the first time in 12 days and for the first time since they had a 29-game, 379-day win streak snapped with a 51-49 loss against a Lutheran East team out of Cleveland that has won the last three Division V state championships. The Falcons improved to 5-0 with the win. They are now 7-0 here as we enter the new year. North jumped on them early. They led Lutheran East 18-7 after one. They led 33-23 at halftime. The Warriors were playing their third game in 3 days, and it may have caught up with them a little bit in the second half when the Falcons held the Warriors to just 16 total points in 16 minutes and outscored Westerville North by 12 in that second half, 28-16. North shot 33%, just 33% from the field for the game. Defensively, they were solid. The Falcons won despite shooting only 39% from the field. Elijah McCree led North with a game-high 19 points on 7 of 15 shooting. Junior Tyson Perkins had 8 rebounds, 5 steals. Both of those were team highs to go along with his 12 points. Tough night for junior Tony Cornett, who held to 6 points and only 3 of 14 shooting. Sophomore guard Dylan Ziegler, who is the 4th-rated sophomore point guard in the country, according to ESPN, is already an offer on the table from Ohio State and others. Hit 3 of 6 threes in that game and led the Falcons with 14. Westerville Central comes into tonight at 1-7 overall. They are 0-3 in the OCC Ohio. The Warhawks have dropped 7 in a row since their season opening 75-44 win against Worthington Kilbourne back on November the 26th. Garnered 3 starters, 73% of their firepower from last year's district championship team, including 20 points and 5 rebounds from Josh Henderson. Henderson playing alongside Ty Perkins, both of them redshirted this year up at the University of Akron. The Warhawks' early season schedule has not been a recipe for success. They're young, they're inexperienced, and it has been a brutal stretch in terms of the opponents that they have faced early. Powers like Hilliard Bradley, Grove City, DeSales, and Watterson. That trio, or that group of 4 teams, is a combined 24-5 at this point. 83% winning percentage. When you talk to second-year head coach at Central, Max Shawver, the storyline in those 7 losses centers on a young, inexperienced team that has been competitive in nearly every outing, but has struggled to finish games late. Maybe the best example, their last outing on Tuesday night when they lost 59-53 in overtime to Bishop Watterson. The Warhawks led 16-6 after 1. They led by 6 with 2.5 minutes left in the game. But talking with Max Shawver, some costly mental errors and poor shot selection in some critical moments down the stretch allowed the Eagles to rally rally late and pull off the overtime win. Senior Matt Brett is one of their go-to guys, 2-year starter at center that is averaging 8.6 points to go along with team highs in rebounds, assists, and steals. 4.1 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 2.2 steals. Should be a fun night of hoops from here at Westerville North, and we're excited to bring it to you tonight here on the Westerville North Sports Network. We count you down to tonight's Middlefield Bank opening tip. We do that with the help of the North Star Family Dental pregame show. If you're looking for a new dental practice that you can help with the health of your family or trust with the health of your family, North Star Family Dental is the #1 choice. They have been voted a top dental practice in Columbus by the Columbus Dispatch and voted a neighborhood favorite by Nextdoor.com. You can visit NorthStarFamilyDental.com to learn a lot more. So we got a lot coming up on a packed North Star Family Dental pregame show. We'll compare these two teams statistically. We'll introduce you to tonight's Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway starting lineups. But when we come back, we check in with the 55-year-old head coach of the Warriors. And this is his 13th season at the helm and his 37th season as a basketball coach at Westerville North. His name is Shan Trusley, and we'll talk to him after this 60-second timeout, courtesy of State Street Advisors. It's Westerville North 5-1, Westerville Central 1-7. There's only one place to watch the Battle of the Ville tonight, and it's right here on the Westerville North Sports Network. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Conveniently located at 647 Park Meadow Road in Westerville, Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is ready to equip you with a comprehensive evaluation of your current financial state to assist you in planning for your future. State Street Advisors will help guide you in formulating a series of achievable steps that can help you reach your objectives. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Phone 614-895-2584 or visit StateStreetAdvisors.com to learn more. Mark Kavanik is an investment advisor representative offering securities and advisory services through Cetera Advisors, LLC. Member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer and registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. State Street Advisors, wealth creation, preservation, and transfer. Our Family Dental pregame show. We count you down to the opening tip. Another battle for the Ville tonight here at Westerville North as the Warhawks in town. And head coach Shan Trusley talks a little bit of basketball with us here after the new year. He appears courtesy of Smile Doctors. Dr. Chuck Reed and Smile Doctors in Westerville are the official orthodontists to the Westerville North Sports Network. Affordable monthly payment options and discounts available for qualifying patients. Most dental insurance plans are accepted. You can schedule a complimentary the opening tip. Another battle for the Ville tonight here at Westerville North as the Warhawks in town. And head coach Shan Trusley talks a little bit of basketball with us here after the new year. He appears courtesy of Smile Doctors. Dr. Chuck Reed and Smile Doctors in Westerville are the official orthodontists to the Westerville North Sports Network. Affordable monthly payment options and discounts available for qualifying patients. Most dental insurance plans are accepted. You can schedule a complimentary consultation by visiting SmileDoctors.com. Conveniently located on Maxtown Road in Westerville, the exclusive sponsor of our interviews with Coach Trusley all season long. And Coach, a big one tonight with Central after a 12-day layoff. And I think we just saw a football team that wears scarlet and gray that had a little bit of a rust after a long layoff. How much of a concern do you have going into this one tonight, having not played in 12 days?
We feel good tonight. We've had a good week of practice. The kids, every day we're engaged and worked at it. And we had I thought, good film sessions this week and a good scouting report. So the kids had a lot to invest in that scouting report this week, because a lot of times in these games, the kids know more than the coaches do, playing Westerville Central or Westerville South. So we leaned on the kids a little bit this week in terms of getting ready to play this game. And I think we'll play well tonight.
You probably answered my next question. The 29-game win streak gets snapped with the loss the last time you were on the floor against Lutheran East. I'm sure your guys wanted to play a fourth game in 4 days at that point to get right back out. They've had to sit for 12 days, and this is their first opportunity. I guess you kind of just touched on it, but maybe elaborate a little more. Just their response to that the last 12 days. What have you seen, and has it surprised you how they've responded? It's
been really, really positive. And no, it hasn't surprised us, because that's what we expect from the kids, and that's what the kids expect from each other. We gave the kids some time off over the holidays, but we got back in it. And like I said, we've had some really good days of practice this week, and the kids are locked in, I think, at both ends, offensively and defensively. And I'll be honest, Rick, with the team that we have, even though we gave them some days off, I'm sure some of them found their way into a gym or two and got some shots up. So I know they're, just not totally taking the day off when we give them a day off. So I think they're ready to go tonight.
We haven't talked since that 3-day stretch where you played back to back to back, the 19th through the 21st. What did you like, big picture? What did you learn about your team during that 3 games? Wesleyan, Lindsley, and then Lutheran East? And then I guess part B, the second half of the Lutheran East lead. You have a double-digit lead at halftime. Specifically, as you look back on that one, what went wrong? You scored, I think, 16 points in the second half.
Our kids are tough, and I learned there's a toughness about us that I think is gonna help us later in the year to play 3 games in 3 days, especially playing an opponent like Lutheran East in that third game. I thought we learned a lot in all 3 games, against the game against Wesleyan, the game down at Lindsley, against West Virginia, and then against Lutheran East. We played 3 quality opponents that had 3 different styles of play, and I think that's important to do that when that's how a lot of tournament basketball is played at the end of the year. You'll play multiple games in multiple days. So I thought it was good for us. Lutheran East was really, really good. Such a quality opponent, and our kids really battled in that game, and they had size, and they had perimeter players, and so I think we learned a lot about ourselves and learned what we need to work on, which are the little things, the little details when you get in a close game like that. So we found out that every pass matters, every possession matters, offensively and defensively, and if you blow an assignment on the defensive end, Lutheran East was good enough to make you pay for it. So I think it really helped us, and I think it'll help us, the second half here of the season. And you said that off the air. You want to win every one, but realistically, probably not going to go 22-0, and just a game that big picture helps you in late February in the month of March. I think it does. And again, if you're into rankings, they're the number 1 ranked team in Cleveland by Cleveland.com, regardless of division. So, those are the types of games we want to play. The game tonight is a game that we want to play against a rival, against a good team in Westerville Central. So this is why we signed up to do this, and I think that 3-game and 3-day stretch was encouraging. We're both former players. You wanted to play as a player in games like this, right? I mean, those are the games you look forward to. Real quick thoughts on Westerville Central, Max Shawver's bunch, 1-7 right now. Maybe a little deceptive. We talked off the air. They've had a brutal schedule. When you look at them on tape in the midst of 1-7, what impresses you about what they're doing right now? I like Central a lot. They have some really good young kids. They have some good freshmen, good sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And I think the future is really bright for Coach Shawver up at Westerville Central. In Central Ohio, it's very, very competitive. It comes down a lot of times to just a couple of possessions, and they're trying to figure their way through that right now. And I know they have a strong outlook for the rest of the season. I know that they're looking forward to 2026. So they work hard in practice just like everybody does, and they're trying to get things fixed. And so I think the Warhawks they'll play well tonight, and I think they have a chance to do some things from January 1st on. What are points of emphasis for your guys tonight? We have to rebound the ball. I know people might get sick and tired of hearing me say that, but against Lutheran East, we gave up. We were out rebounded by 6. We were -6 on the glass, and they had a young man get double-digit rebounds, and he really hurt us on the offensive boards. So tonight we have to rebound the ball. Limit Central Central to one possession and then get it to the other end and seek out the best shot possible. So, that's always an area of concern for us is our rebounding.
I saw putting the numbers in, no +3 through 6 games. So outside of the East have done a pretty good job in that area?
No, our goal every game is to be +1. Yeah. We want to be +1. We understand, we don't roll out any 6'9", 6'10" guys. So we just want to be +1 every night. That tells us that we're working hard. That tells us that our effort is there. And most games this year, we've been in the positive. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do every night on the glass.
Coach, always appreciate your thoughts. Best of luck. Happy New Year. Thanks for the time.
Happy New Year to you and Warrior Nation.
That is head coach Shan Trustley here on the North Star Family Dental pregame show. That interview brought to you by Chuck Reed and Smile Doctors in Westerville. Why choose Smile Doctor braces? How about free consultations, affordable and zero interest installment plans, most insurance accepted, and personalized care that'll make you smile happy. Smile Doctors on Maxtown Road. Visit smiledoctors.com for more information. We'll take a time out. The Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway starting lineups are coming up next. This is the Westerville North Sports Network. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Conveniently located at 647 Park Meadow Road in Westerville, Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is ready to equip you with a comprehensive evaluation of your current financial state to assist you in planning for your future. State Street Advisors will help guide you in formulating a series of achievable steps that can help you reach your objectives. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Phone 614-895-2584 or visit statestreetadvisors.com to learn more. Mark Kavanik is an investment advisor representative offering securities and advisory services through Cetera Advisors, LLC. Member FINRA, SIPC, a broker, dealer, and registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. State Street Advisors, wealth creation, preservation, and transfer. Well, back here at Westerville North, first game of the new year for both of these basketball teams. Westerville Central played on Tuesday night and lost an overtime game to Bishop Watterson. Lost that game after leading by 10 early. They are 1-7 coming in tonight. The Warriors have not played since the 21st of December and that 51-49 loss in that event to raise money for cancer over at Capital University against Lutheran East, a team that has won 3 straight Division 5 state championships. Westerville North in town tonight as we roll on with the North Star Family Dental pregame show. The Warhawks, they wear black and silver. They're Division 2, like Westerville North, second season in D2 after the OHSAA expanded boys basketball to 7 divisions, right about 1,700 students. They were founded in 2003. This is year 23 for Westerville Central High School. In terms of some of the best finishes, boys basketball, they were the Division 1 state runners-up back in 2021. Prior to that, their best finish was a regional semifinal appearance back in 2020 when, an interesting nugget, they did not lose in that postseason. The tournament was canceled at that point due to the coronavirus. They had a chance to play number 7 Thomas Worthington in that regional semifinal, and I think it was Hilliard Bradley, Brett Norris, and then some of those Norris boys that were waiting in the wings. They had already punched their ticket to a regional championship, but all of it got ended because of the coronavirus, and that was the end of the 2021-20 postseason. 3 district titles in school history, 2 of them under the direction of Kevin Martin, 2020 and 2021, and this past season they win a district championship under the direction of, at the time, first-year head coach Max Shawver. Some other program info, girls basketball, their best finish is a tournament win, won in a couple different seasons. Justin Patrick, an outstanding young head coach, year 4 as the Warhawks head coach, has led them to a 42-28 mark in his first 3 seasons, and has Kevin Martin's daughter Ella as a senior this year. She is already, or will become, I can't remember, I think already has become the school's all-time leading scorer, is hoping to become their all-time leading rebounder as well. If she averages, I think the number when we did that game earlier in the year has to average about 10 or 11 rebounds throughout the course of the season, and she will leave with that record as well. So they have big expectations with Ella Martin and Westerville Central here in 2025-26. Girls soccer has been to the state semis. Football, a regional final in 2020. A couple of those they lost to Pickerington Central that year, and baseball has been to a regional final as well. Some distinguished alum from Westerville Central. Austin Staub was a 4-time state champ in swimming and a 6-time national champ out at Stanford. Nick Vanette, thank you very much. They used to call him Baby Gronk. 2016 grad from Ohio State football. Played on a national championship at Ohio State. 3rd-round pick of the Seattle Seahawks in the 2016 NFL draft. Played 3 years in Seattle. Traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He has played for 9 NFL teams over his 10-year career. Seattle, Pittsburgh, the Broncos, Saints, Giants, Titans, Chargers, Vikings, and Rams. 108 career receptions in the NFL for better than 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was recently signed by the LA Rams in late November off of the Minnesota Vikings practice squad. So he is active and on the Rams roster right now as they get ready for postseason play. Jared Drake, 2014 Central grad, was second in Mr. Football in Ohio after accumulating 300 yards of total offense as a quarterback as a junior and a senior. Initially played for the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State, played at Ohio State as a linebacker and a long snapper as well. Ended up getting his degree from Ohio State. Dara Tolman, a 3rd-team All-American in softball at Cleveland State, was the Horizon League Player of the Year, hit 60 career home runs at Cleveland State, which is a Horizon League record. Played fast-pitch professional softball with the Akron Racers about 15 years ago. And Benny Snell, another one of those guys from recent years, would have played with Nick Vanette. The 2016 Westerville Central grad finished with 4,404 yards and 60 touchdowns. Attended the University of Kentucky, where he was a 2nd-team All-American. Holds a bunch of UK records. Career rushing yards better than 3,800 yards. Total touchdowns 48. Rushing touchdowns 48. And 19 100-yard games. All of those are still records at the University of Kentucky. Ended up going after his junior year to the NFL. Was a 4th-round pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and had some time with the Steelers, very limited, but has not been on an NFL roster the past 3 seasons. Those are some of the distinguished alum of this Westerville Central program. Westerville North has won 3 in a row in this series. They are 7-5 against Westerville Central in the 12 meetings since 2017-18. Last year they won the meeting around the first of the year. It was January 4th up at Central, 82-52. They led by only 2 at the end of 1 before they outscored Westerville Central 63-35 the rest of the way. Both teams shot it well from the perimeter. Both hit 14 threes in that game. Ty Perkins led Westerville North with 21 points and 6 rebounds. He was 4 of 7 from way downtown. Tony Cornett added 16 points and 4 steals on 6 of 10 shooting, and North won the one that mattered. They got paired up in a regional semifinal down at the Fairgrounds on the 5th of March. North won that game 66-38 to improve to 22-2. They actually trailed 8-4 midway through that first quarter. They went on a 13-0 run. They opened up a 17-8 advantage at the end of 1 and did not relinquish that lead the rest of the way. Micah Young, who is doing good things up at Concord University in the state of West Virginia, led all scorers in that game with 22 points. I'm looking to find the last time that Westerville Central won in this series. It was back in 2022-23, January 7th of 23. They won 59-57 in overtime. It snapped a 7-game win streak for North in this series. Dallas Tucker, a junior that year, a 6-foot runner in the lane with 0.8 of a second left in overtime that proved to be the game winner. The Warhawks won that game despite shooting only 7 of 19 at the free throw line for some 37%. North is 3-0 atop the OCC Capital. Big Walnut got started a little bit late because of their Final Four run in Division II football. They are a half game back at 2-0. North is 5-1 overall. Big Walnut is 4-1. Westland 2-1 in the division. Their lone loss to Westerville North on the 19th of December. South is 2-2. Fourth. Delaware Hayes 1-2 in the league. 3-6 overall is fifth. Kilbourne 1-3 in the league is sixth. And Dublin Scioto 3-5 overall. 0-3 in the OCC Capital is seventh in this 7-team division of the OCC. Coming up, next broadcast, next time we talk to you, is on January the 18th in the Shot Clock event over at Ohio Dominican. It's a 3-day event around Martin Luther King weekend. The Warriors playing the nightcap on Sunday, January 18th. We'll have that Shot Clock game for you. January 18th, a Sunday night, 8 p.m. is the scheduled tip time. A lot of basketball that day. Who knows if we'll actually tip at 8 p.m., but that is the plan. Airtime with the North Star Family Dental pregame show is set for 7:30. Some keys to victory in talking with both of these head coaches. Max Shawver said, Rick, we've got to be exceptional defensively for 32 minutes. We've got to be the more physical team tonight. We've got to rebound it well. He talked about creating quote-unquote big advantages offensively. He referenced transition offense. They want paint touches. They want to get it two guys to guard one. Getting two to guard one, and he talked about shot selection and said bad shots can lead to easy baskets for Westerville North at the other end. For Shan Trusley, you heard him on his coach's interview, they want to rebound. They want to rebound a lot. They are +3 this year. The goal every night is +1. They want to dictate tempo. They want to have good effort, good attitude. Two staples, two things of this program that Shan Trusley always says we can control. The free throw numbers, their goal is 75%. They have only been shooting them at a 67% clip. A little bit of a concern there. The turnovers right where Shan Trusley wants them. They want them at under 10. They are turning it over 9 times a game, and they want +20 in terms of turnovers forced. They are at 22 here in 2025-26. And one other thing he's talked about, we're starting to see it a little bit with Tyson Cornett, the freshman, right now playing 7 with Desmond O'Canny and Nate Roman coming off the bench. They are hoping to continue to develop Tyson Cornett so that they can play 8 in the regular rotation. Those are some keys to victory from Max Shawver and Shan Trusley here on the North Star Family Dental pregame show. Again, North Star Family Dental, the proud supporter of Warriors and Warhawks athletics. Complete oral health may be their long-term goal, but North Star's immediate priority is patient comfort. They do their best to facilitate a relaxing and non-threatening office environment that you will want to return to again and again. Why don't we take a look at tonight's Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway starting lineups? They are brought to you exclusively by Chick-fil-A. They are on the move. The Sankis Boulevard location is moved to Polaris Parkway, and a brand new Westerville location at 680 Polaris Parkway just west of Cleveland Avenue is now open as well. 2 brand new locations, same great chicken. Chick-fil-A, the exclusive sponsor of tonight's Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway starting lineups. We'll start with the team from Westerville Central. The point guard tonight is a sophomore, 6'1" sophomore Logan Frazier. He'll wear number 2. First-year varsity kid, first-year starter. They are really excited about this young man. Max Shawver calling him the best shooter on this team, the best perimeter defender, and has said, Rick, quick. He has kept us in a lot of games through 8 games. He averages 9.1 points, third best on the team, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. And Frazier shooting a team best 59% from the field. Mason Gooden will start at one guard, or the other guard. 3-year varsity kid, 2-year starter, was special mention in the league last year when he averaged 5.3 points a game. He has really ramped up his scoring this year. The team leader at 13.4 a game, 1.9 rebounds, 45% from the field, 72% at the stripe, where he has made and attempted team highs, 31 of 43 at the stripe. His twin brother, Tyler Gooden, and twin is not the right word because there is a triplet as well. It is a cheerleader. Ava cheerleads for football, though. Doesn't cheer for the brothers in basketball. Tyler, a 6-foot senior guard that did not play in the regular season meeting last year with an ankle injury. First-year starter that was the first guard off the bench a year ago. And like brother Mason, has really elevated his scoring with the increased minutes. 1.9 points a year ago, 10 points this year, while shooting 50% from the field. The power forward tonight, the starting 4 for Westerville Central is Makai Ross. No, Makai Ross was the guy that was slated to start, and he is going to start tonight. Okay, 6'5", junior forward, 8.3 points, 5th on this team, 2.6 rebounds, but only shooting 32% from the field. And the man in the middle tonight is Matt Brett. He's a 3-year guy with Westerville Central, actually played under Max Shawver over at Johnstown as a freshman back in 2022-23, was an honorable mention OCC Ohio performer last year, getting interest from Ohio Wesleyan, 8.6 points and team highs in rebounds, assists, steals, and turnovers, 4.1 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 2 steals, and 2.4 turnovers, 46% from the field, 20% on threes, and 57%, 4 of 7 at the charity stripe. The head coach of the Warhawks is 32-year-old Max Shawver, second year with Central, 4th year as a head coach, spent 2 years at Johnstown as their head coach from 21 to 23, came back to Westerville Central, had been there previously, and was the associate head coach for Kevin Martin in his final season, kind of grooming Max Shawver, did Kevin Martin for that head coaching job, and was 27 and 22 in 2 years at Johnstown. He is 39 and 43 overall, 12 and 21 here at Westerville Central, 12 Central grads, 16 Ashland grad that actually grew up going to Shan Trusley's Westerville North basketball camps. Trusley was one of the first guys that gave him a call when he was named the head coach at Westerville Central 2 seasons ago. Wife Morgan is 6 years and 3 kids. Son Oakland, who's 4, daughter Collins is 2, and daughter Callahan Wade, born in May 19th of 2025, 7 months old, is child number 3. We say big thank you to Max Shawver spending time with us around the holidays to give us every nugget that we needed. Samuel Pusateri, Noah Aponte, our first-year head coaches, Mario Bland, in 3 years with this program, is the freshman head coach. He is in his 2nd year as the freshman head coach. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Westerville North. Tyson Perkins will start at one guard, honorable mention All-State, 10.3 points and a team best 6 rebounds a game, shooting 50% from the field, 31% on threes, and 61% at the stripe. He had 4 points, all of them on free throws, in that regional semifinal win against Central back on March the 5th. The 2-guard tonight is Elijah McCree, who had a career-high 31 in the season opener against Northridge. He was the team's leading scorer in all 3 of those back-to-back games against Westland, Lindsley, and Lutheran East from December 19th to 21st. He is the Warriors' leading scorer at 20.5 points a game. The small forward tonight is co-captain Jacob Medhani. He'll wear number 11. 6'1" senior, was the team's Mr. Defense a year ago. 4.8 points, 3.8 rebounds. Tony Cornett, a 3-year varsity and 2-year starter will start at the 4, team's most improved player from a year ago. Pride of Heritage Middle School, second best on this team with 12.8 points a game. And Big Damian King starts at center, 2-year varsity, first-year starter that takes over for Nolan Fedak at the 5, 8.2 points, 4.3 rebounds, and shooting 50% from the field. Head coach Shan Trusley, 55 years old, 13th year as a head coach, 37th with Westerville North. He is the 4th head coach in North history, 189 wins, 107 losses. He wins at a clip of 64%. We'll take our final timeout. We throw the basketball up with the Middlefield Bank opening tip. It's coming up next. This is the Westerville North Sports Network. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Conveniently located at 647 Park Meadow Road in Westerville, Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is ready to equip you with a comprehensive evaluation of your current financial state to assist you in planning for your future. State Street Advisors will help guide you in formulating a series of achievable steps that can help you reach your objectives. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Phone 614-895-2584 or visit StateStreetAdvisors.com to learn more. Mark Kavanik is an investment advisor representative offering securities and advisory services through Cetera Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer and registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. State Street Advisors, wealth creation, preservation, and transfer. The national anthem means we're just about set to play basketball here at Westerville North. Lone meeting of the year between Westerville North and Westerville Central, unless they get paired up in the postseason like they did a season ago. Those were tonight's Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway and Chick-fil-A Westerville starting lineups. Download the Chick-fil-A One app and earn points with every purchase. You can use those points for rewards of your choice. Visit Chick-fil-A.com for more details or to sign up. Why don't we compare these two teams a little bit statistically, if I can get to that spot on my chart, on my cheat sheet, and give you some of those numbers. We'll definitely give you them on Westerville North. The Warriors scoring 68.8 points a game. They give up 44.7, outscoring their opponents by 24.1 a game. North 45% from their field. Opponents 41%. 3-point percentage down considerably from a year ago. And they shot 38% a year ago behind the arc, 29% this year. 33 of 114, 5.5 makes a game. McCree, the team leader, at 2.7 makes a game. Remember, Westerville North outscored their opponents by 303 points behind the arc, has 101 more threes than their opponents a season ago. Warriors 67% at the stripe, 17.5 attempts, +3 in rebounding margin, 31-28. Tyson, the leader, the point guard at 6 rebounds a game. They're dishing out 12 assists. Tyson, the leader, at 3.2. They're forcing 16 steals a game. Tyson Perkins, the leader, at 4.2. Turnovers are under 10, 9. Tyson Perkins, 2.3, turning it over the most, and they are forcing their opponents into 22 turnovers a game. Westerville Central, 53.8 a game. They give up 59.5, being outscored by about 6 points a game. 43% from the field. Their opponents shooting better than 50%. Warhawks are 30% on threes with 4.4 makes. What other numbers? Battle the backboards. They are -8, so that is definitely something to keep an eye on tonight. The officials for this game, the referee is Drees Ramsey, 13 years as an official. Steve DeRodes is the U1, 14 years. And Max Baldwin is our U2 with 15 years, 42 years of officiating experience between this three-man crew. Tonight's opening tip is brought to you exclusively by Middlefield Bank, your locally owned financial partner, proudly serving Northeast, Central, and Western Ohio. They are a full-service community bank with a variety of banking and lending solutions. Learn more online at middlefieldbank.bank or stop in their new Westerville office at 450 Altair Parkway and see how MB can be your everything bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Warriors going to go left to right in this opening quarter, and Damian King wins the opening tip. Shot up close, no good. King got a second attempt. King got a third attempt, and finally a foul is called, and Damian King is going to go to the line and shoot two, and they'll charge the foul here to Tyler Gooden. So picks up his first on the team, and Damian King, one of the Warriors' better free throw shooters at 71% coming in, hits the first. King had 7 points, 5 rebounds, and a turnover. 1 of 5 from the field, 5 of 8 from the stripe in that loss to Lutheran East the last time the Warriors played. He hits 2 here, and North the 2-0 advantage. They get a little bit of rhythm and a 3 on that right wing that's no good. And Tyson Perkins, the smallest player on the floor, the defensive rebound. Here's McCree for 3, no good. Long Karam into the hands of Cornett, bobbled it and lost it. Out in transition to the other end, no, but a foul and a couple of free throws. It'll be Mekhi Ross that will go to the line and shoot 2, and the foul is going to be charged to Elijah McCree, who just picked up his first. Mekhi Ross wasn't supposed to start in this game. We talked to Max Shawver earlier in the week. He has been a regular in the starting lineup, but coach's decision said he would not start and would come off the bench, but that has obviously changed. Mekhi Ross did something to earn that opportunity. He splits a pair here. Splits the deficit in half. It's now 2-1 as we're about 40 seconds in to quarter number 1 on Friday Night Hoops, presented by Krieger Ford. Rick Cooper, Ricky Cooper, Bryce Cooper, Ty Cooper, our full team here to bring you this one as a 3 on the left side by Logan Frazier, one of their better three-point shooters, is no good. Came in 11 of 21 for 52%, and North just lost the basketball out of bounds. Yeah, he is the best three-point shooter. Liban Muhammad, statistically at this point, is better, 1 of 1, but in terms of volume, Logan Frazier, the outstanding sophomore, has been their leader. And what just happened there? A deflection out of bounds. It'll stay with Westerville Central as Matt Brett, one of 3 seniors on this roster, will bring it in front of a rowdy bunch of Westerville North students. Nice pass as they got somebody going to the rim, but that somebody, Mason Gooden, couldn't finish. Tyson Perkins had it blocked at the other end. Ball loose. McCree had it taken away. Westerville Central getting a lot of the 50-50 balls right now as Mason Gooden just hit from 17. So the Warhawks take their first lead, 90 seconds in. It's 3-2. Medhani and an offensive foul on the illegal screen against Elijah McCree. And that'll be a second on Elijah McCree. It's going to get Nate Roman off the Westerville North bench in a hurry. We will obviously track that. Happens at the 6:27 mark. And Central leading 3-2. So the Warrior leading scorer at better than 20 a game has to sit with a couple of fouls here in the game's first minute and a half. Mekhi Ross guarded by Cornett, 2 really good athletes there. This is Tyler Gooden. Gooden to Matt Brett, skips it left side to Ross, who stepped into a 3. High Karam and Tyson Perkins, yet another rebound. Smallest player on the floor, yet their leading rebounder is Roman, the beneficiary of some nice dribble drive, and he dropped it in. Nate Roman with his first two. Quickly to the other end, no good. And Roman finally able to grab the rebound. Had it, lost it, got it back, and now slapped out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Westerville Central. Well, the Warhawks have shown no signs of slowing it down in this game. They're ready to play fast. Substitutions. Thought one was coming in at the table. Nobody there right now. Little penetration and dish, and stepping into a three and hitting on that right baseline. It was Logan Frazier who just hit his 12th three-point make of the year. Central, their biggest lead. Fourth tie or lead change, and now 5 ties or lead changes as Tyson Perkins just hit a three. Three-pointer number 6 on the year for Tyson Perkins. Now 6 of 17, and there's a steal by Medhani. Warriors looking to push. Cornett into the lane, no, but he'll get 2. I think they're going to charge this here. We'll confirm it to Logan Frazier, and they are. It is going to be charged to Logan Frazier. For Logan, it's his first and the team's second. 4:54 to play opening quarter. Tony Cornett, a recent college visit to Ohio State, has made 2 of them. One where he was there, maybe more of a traditional visit, and one, what did he say, went to the Penn State game, didn't he? I think that's what he said, am I right? And visited, got to go to a football game. Young man that is going to have a lot of attention over the next 12 months. Second one is no good. He has had his struggles at the charity stripe, has Tony Cornett. 44% coming in, now 12 of 29. So that is going to dip even further. Warhawks trying to extend the advantage. Gooden's 3 off some penetration is no good, and the Warriors survive. Actually, they lead 7-6. Off a screen, it's Tyson Perkins. His 3 no good. And Damian King crashing, and a dangerous outlet pass by Matt Brett across the lane, and he lived to talk about it. Makai Ross over now to Matt Brett. As we said, interest from Ohio Wesleyan. At this point, Division III school, nearing the midway point of the quarter. Desmond O'Canny at the table for North. He'll come in at the next stoppage. Little turnaround from about 10 feet by Frazier, who thought he was fouled. Nothing called. And a rebound to Westerville North. Tyson Perkins, shaking and baking. Right side, Cornett. Double pump, no, but Tony will get 2. You see who they charge this to. Ricky Cooper says it is going on number 2, Logan Frazier. And the Westerville Central point guard has just picked up his second. He's kind of been a glue guy for this team, so obviously a big call there. And a big decision for Max Shawver as Cornett to the line, and the first one is up and in. Warriors now 3 of 5 at the stripe. Tony Cornett 1 of 3 at the stripe in this game. Makes it an 8-6 advantage. Couple of subs do come in. O'Canny for Westerville North. Football tight end, defensive end Damian King sits down. King played some tight end as well. Second one is good. So Cornett hits 2. Got to be good. Obviously, it's good for North to see those go in, but good for Tony to see a couple go in as well. 3-point advantage, biggest of the game for either team, as we hit 3.5 minutes to play in an entertaining first quarter. Capacity crowd here at Westerville North. Rivalry night between North and Central. Warriors have not played in 12 days, so another reason to come out. We've gotten through the holidays. Everybody's broke. Let's Let's stay here, watch some basketball, and enjoy one of the best Division II teams in the state of Ohio. Max Shawver going to call a timeout, and he does it with 3:24 to play in this opening quarter. It's a Sheetz timeout. Get great tasting food made to order with only the freshest ingredients. Why the Sheetz not? Enjoy what you want when you want it, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week at Sheetz. Dr. Zach Steffen and the team at Steffen Family Dental in Westerville, proud to support Central Ohio high school sports. You and your family will appreciate the convenient hours, even evening hours. Their convenient location at 54 Westerview Drive in Westerville. Visit SteffenFamilyDental.com to learn a lot more. Kyle Haskins with Geico Insurance, tonight's insurance agent of the game on Sancus Boulevard in Columbus. They are here to serve you and your family, save you money while providing outstanding insurance coverage. You can learn more at geico.com/Columbus-Haskins. Big thank you to Kyle Haskins and Geico Insurance. Out of the 32nd Max Shawver timeout, Warriors with a 3-point advantage. Remember last year, led by only 2 in the regular season meeting at the end of 1, and then kind of blew the roof, blew the thing wide open. Led 19-17 after 1, and ran away with things from that point. With it here, underneath Tony, little jump hook from 6 feet, no good. His tip in midair was no good. Medhani thought about a 3, instead line drive from 12 feet is right there. Medhani with his first 2 makes it a 5-point game, comes in averaging right under 5 a game, 4.8 to be exact. Yeah, North won that game 82-52 back on the 4th of January at Westerville Central. Despite leading only by 2 at the end of 1, ended up winning by 30. 2:10 to play here in the opening quarter. Friday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford. Elijah McCree, if you're just joining us, 20 and a half a game, sitting down with 2 fouls for Westerville North. And Logan Frazier, their 3rd leading scorer, and all-everything point guard, sitting down with a couple of fouls for Max Shawver and Central. Longest possession of the quarter for Central leads to a good look on a left-handed pass underneath, no good. The outlet pass intercepted by Tyler Gooden into the lane, no, but a foul and a couple of free throws. And disregard what I just said, I found Frazier. He is staying in the game right now. So Elijah McCree down with 2 fouls. Logan Frazier going to stay in the game, and they're going to charge the foul here, I think, to Desmond O'Canny, and they are. First on O'Canny, 3rd on the team, and the first free throw front of the rim, no good. Free throws 3 and 4 for Westerville Central, 1 of 3, 33%. Mason Gooden, as we said, triplets, has a brother Tyler on this team and a sister Ava that is a senior as well, football cheerleader. Bends the knees, does Gooden, missed a pair. Gooden, their leading scorer at under 14 a game. 72% free throw shooter, just missed 2. So the advantage stays at 5. Some penetration. They find Roman. A quick catch and shoot. Good save by Damian King. Fresh possession for the Warriors. Minute 20 to play in the quarter. Tyson Perkins, little step back from 17, no good. O'Canny in there with Damian King. So they go with 2 bigs here at the end of the quarter, and they're going to get O'Canny for a second foul about 75 feet away from the basket. Warriors had a foul to give, only the 4th on the team, but not necessarily Desmond O'Canny not having one to give. It's his 2nd. So he and Elijah McCree both plagued with 2 here early. Dangerous inbound. Finds its way to Mason Gooden. Gooden against Tyson Perkins. Got rid of it quickly. I would too. Under a minute to play. Roman hounding one of the defender guards out there. That looks to be Tyler Gooden. Back out to brother Mason. Mason got the step, then stopped, then re-attacked, missed a little 6-footer. Ross got an offensive rebound. Ross underneath. Walling up was Damian King, forced the miss, and a defensive rebound. Half minute to play. First quarter, 11-6 Warriors. Tyson Perkins will go to Medhani in the right wing. Medhani played by Frazier, playing with 2 fouls. Damian King looking for a guard. He'll get it to Tyson, and the Warriors now going to play for the final shot of this opening quarter. 10 seconds to play, and Max Shawver, realizing they have fouls to give, elects to commit one there. Foul on Mason Gooden is his first, team 4th. The only thing I would have done is I would have waited a little bit longer. Tyson's about 46 feet away from the basket out there. You've only got one of them free to give, because the next one will put you in the penalty. I would have waited like right now. Still nothing. Now I would commit one. Down to 3. Tyson having trouble getting going, and they're not going to get it in time, as the Okeechobee 3 will not count, and that's where we are at the end of 1 with Westerville North an 11-6 advantage. Let's talk about that just a minute. Then we're going to tell you about something cool that happened this week with Westerville North. But with the new rules of fouls resetting every quarter, there's more of that quote-unquote fouls to give. If you've got 3 fouls and a half and somebody's playing for a final shot or a game winner at the end of the 4th quarter, you can commit one, and a lot less likely you're going to put somebody into the penalty, where before it was 7 and a half and they would go to the line for a 1-and-1. 10 would take them to the line for 2. There's no more 1-and-1 in high school basketball. So that's what Max Shawver was doing there, was kind of forcing the Warriors to start over, if you will, on the possession. And the only thing we said was, I thought he could have waited a little bit more and waited till Tyson Perkins got going a little bit. 5 members of the Westerville North High School Marching Band had an opportunity this past week on a national stage. They represented the city of Westerville in front of millions at the 2026 Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. Congratulations to students Ryan Tipple and siblings Trent and Lily Carson, who performed with the Bands of America Honor Band. Westerville North Band Director Sarah Loney was there. Assistant Band Director Laura Parrott was there. They marched alongside nearly 300 band directors nationwide as part of the Saluting America's Band Directors Project, an opportunity those 5 Westerville residents will never forget. We congratulate all of them. Second quarter underway. McCree back in there with a long 3-point attempt, and again set up by just enough penetration by Tyson Perkins. McCree into the books with his first points. Brett kind of fading from 17, no good. And the Warhawks in a dangerous spot, and North just gave it away. Had Cornett on that left side, but led him a little bit too far. And a turnover back to Westerville Central. So Central down 8. They have hung around in most of their 7 losses. It has been in the final quarter, and in particular late in that 4th quarter, as they call a 10-second violation on a perplexed Tyler Gooden. My producer Ricky Cooper next to us saying that was a good call. Dries Ramsey, the referee, made that call. 10-second violation will give it back to Westerville North. Chance for the Warriors to maybe take this lead to double digits for the first time. McCree off a screen from Damian King. Kind of a phantom screen, nothing there. McCree nearly lost that of bounds. Saved to Tyson Perkins, and Damian King dropped it in. Not necessarily the way Shan Trusley drew it up, but it works. 10-point game. Biggest lead of the game. We've had 5 ties or lead changes here in the first 8 minutes. Into the lane, no, and Nate Roman with a Barack Obama bailout right there, as I'm not sure there was much that Tyler Gooden was going to be able to do with that one. A little bit out of control and was going to a wild reverse, and Roman kind of helped him out, but the first free throw is no good. Free throws 5 and 6 already for Westerville Central. They shoot free throws at an impressive 70% clip. 76 of 109, but they are 1 of 5. Now make it 2 of 6 as Gooden splits a pair. Gooden, their second leading scorer at 10 a game, behind only his brother at 13.4, and he's in the books with his first point. 16-7, some penetration left Medhani open to attempt a three, no good. Long outlet, they beat everybody down the floor. That was well done. Those are those points. Taking big advantages of offensive opportunities was how Max Shawver put it, as McCree step back three, no good. King the rebound, goes right back to Elijah. The defender overran it, and McCree kind of leaned to the rim and put it in for 2 more. Elijah with 5, 18-9. And that pass through the hands of Matt Brett, taken away by Damian King. 18-9 Westerville North. Little two-man game again. King now retreats to the right block. Over to Medhani, trying to create space. Another line drive, 10-footer is right there. Damian King, 3 points, 3 rebounds in that last outing against Lutheran East on Sunday the 21st. Had 6 points in that regional semifinal win against Westerville Central. Done a good job attacking to a spot about 12 feet away and hitting a couple line drive jumpers. And this one going to go out of bounds off the sophomore point guard Logan Frazier, who looks perplexed. Nate Roman will sit down, as I think Tyson Cornett going to make his first appearance. Tyson Cornett, 6'2 freshman, plays a lot of JV as well. Proud of Minerva France Middle School. Uber coachable is what Shan Trusley said. Said Rick, he wants to do whatever it's going to take to get minutes on this varsity floor. Gets an opportunity here as McCree faces and fires and hits. Elijah McCree with 8 points in the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds of this second quarter. North beginning to pull away. They lead by 14, and they're going to get a loose ball foul near the timeline on Logan Frazier, who just picked up his third. For a moment, it was 2 or 3 guys just battling for the basketball, right? And then at the last moment, Logan Frazier did a little bit too much and gets called for the loose ball foul. It's his third, and going to be interesting here. Does he sit down? He does, right? Frazier will sit down with the 3 personal fouls. 23-9. McCree feeling it, just hit again. Elijah McCree with 11 in 3 minutes and 50 seconds, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And North with a steal. Medhani kind of arguing that it went out of bounds off Westerville Central, but they're going to give it to the Warhawks. 17-point game as Elijah McCree, tired of sitting on that bench with 2 fouls, has gotten going here in the second. Long 17-footer, a long 2 by Gooden that never got there. Picked off by Damian King. McCree thought he was going to hit another. No good. Tyson Cornett, the offensive rebound. Went to a reverse. No good. King underneath Medhani. The basket is good, and he was fouled. Jacob Medhani, points 5 and 6. The foul is on Tyler Gooden. It's his second. And things unraveling a bit right now for the team in black and silver. This was a 5-point game at the end of 1. Warriors in the midst of a 17-3 run to start this second quarter. Medhani going to shoot the 7th free throw of the half for Westerville North, and he puts it up and in. Jacob Medhani with a 7-point half. First free throw attempt of the season for the 6'1 senior guard. a glue guy. Again, Mr. Defense, voted by the coaches from a season ago as Matt Brett hit a 3 off some penetration on that right baseline. Brett's in the books with his first points, cuts the deficit to 17, 29-12, and Max Shawver immediately calls a timeout, a Sheets timeout after that made 3 by Matt Brett. It is a Sheets timeout. Earn 5 points for every dollar spent in store with the My Sheets Rewards loyalty program. You'll climb from fan to friend and ultimately freak. Visit Sheets.com for all of the details. Oasis City Church is tonight's church of the game. They are a multicultural, spirit-filled community of believers that currently meets on Eastwind Drive in Westerville at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. And their second campus is officially open right across the street from here at Westerville North. They call it the North Spring Campus, 425 North Spring. Again, right across from Heritage Middle School, North High School, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at the Eastwind location, 8:30 and 10:30 at the new North Spring Campus. Those service times are not changing. They are the same this Sunday, every Sunday. You can learn more at oasiscitychurch.com. Empirical Sound and Lighting on your scoreboard right now, the official sound and lighting company of the Westerville North Sports Network. They have served the Cleveland area for more than 50 years, now serving the Columbus area. Professional audio-visual services for weddings, receptions, ceremonies, and seminars. Remember, Empirical Sound and Lighting for your next live event. Check out empiricalsound.com. Thank you, Mike and Megan Freight. 17-point game. Warriors have led by as many as 20 as Cornett went to a left-handed scoop shot, no good. Rebound Warhawks in transition. 10-footer by Mason Gooden, no good. Ball loose, picked up by and put into the basket by Landon Cantrell. It was Landon Cantrell who started in the JV game about an hour and a half ago as Damian King, ball loose, picked it up and dropped it in. Half dozen for Damian King. Takes over for Nolan Fedak at that 5 spot for Westerville North. Gooden's 3, Mason Gooden's 3 at the other end is no good, but a foul out there. And they're going to get Jacob Medhani swinging against a 3-point shooter. So it is his first, team second. Mason Gooden to the line where he is a 72% free throw shooter. And the first one caroms up. And they're going to say no good. Hits something above the basket. Of course, you can hit the upper part of the backboard. No issue there. But if it hits any of those cables up there, that free throw is dead, just like any shot that a shooter takes is dead at that point. And the second one is no good. O'Canny is in. Tyson Perkins back in. Damian King and Tyson Cornett will sit down. Boy, Mason Gooden having some serious troubles at the charity stripe in this first half. Hits 1 of 3. Give him 5. And right now the Warhawks as a team are 3 of 9 at the charity stripe for 33%. McCree, a little stop and start on a half spin, and he laid in 2 more. Game high 13 for Elijah McCree. Back up to an 18-point advantage. A couple of subs in the game. Justice Barrett in there right now. A starter on the freshman team, and Matt Brett dropped in his second field goal. Give him 5, 33-17. McCree thought about a long 3. I thought he slid the pivot before he put it down. No travel called. They'll keep the possession as we near 2 minutes to play in an entertaining first half. Out to Cornett, left elbow, left baseline. It's Tyson Perkins. This is Jacob Medhani. Medhani, tough one from 15, no. And he was fouled and will shoot 2. Boy, the Westerville Central coaching staff is on fire right now. Max Shawver pacing towards the end of the bench to control himself, and now works his way up to the top of the bench, and he has got to be very careful right now. They're going to call the foul on Mason Gooden. It's his second, team third. Medhani to the line, and the first one is right there. You'll have to go back to the replay to see whether that was a foul or not. I will tell you this, if Gooden did commit the foul, it was a terrible foul because Medhani was in all kinds of trouble. I'm going to let Jacob Medhani shoot about 1,000 of those if he wants in a game. And that's no disrespect to Medhani, who had 2 mid-range shots just a moment ago, but that one there was contested. He was out of control, and Gooden, if he did foul him, clearly bailed him out. Medhani missed the second, but the ball went out of bounds off of Central, so it'll stay here. They inbound it to Cornett. No, and Cornett is going to shoot 2, and boy, Max Shawver is not a happy camper on that Westerville Central sidelines. The foul here on Matt Brett is his first. Camper, an appropriate word. Max Shawver grew up as a camper in this gym. Went to Chantrussley's Westerville North basketball camps as a kid. Chantrussley, as we said in the North Star Family Dental pregame, was one of the first guys to call and congratulate him when he did get this head coaching gig. Took over for Kevin Martin, who led this program to 2 district championships and a state runner-up in 2021. As Tony Cornett hits 2, has 4 in the game. Central tries to break pressure, ball loose, picked off by Ross, fading from 15 and hits. First field goal for Makai Ross, 3 in the game. Max Shawver says Ross is a scorer. Wants to score, need him to score, but hasn't scored as much as he would like, maybe. 8.3 a game. They got Tony Cornett with a walk out on that right wing, but yeah, Max Shawver went to camp here, so has a lot of good memories from Westerville North, a lot of good things to say about Coach Trustley and vice versa. Coach Trustley saying this program is in good hands under the direction of Max Shawver. A little half spin, and they're going to get an offensive foul. I don't know that Ross needed to do it. He did a pretty good job with looked like the Jordan half spin against Patrick Ewing, where he flushes it on Ewing, and I think he had the step already, but it's an easy tendency, isn't it, on that half spin on the baseline to kind of hook after you get by, and Makai Ross just picked up his first. Team over the limit, but no free throws on the player control foul. Roman, a catch and shoot on a spin and fade from about 15. Came up short. We're under a minute to play in the half. Ross, a little bit out of control, and the Warriors will do that to you, forcing teams into 22 turnovers a game, 16 steals a game for this Westerville North defense. 40 seconds to play. Medhani trying to make things difficult for Makai Ross, and they're going to get a foul on Jacob Medhani, and Lawrence Pack with both of his hands kind of in the air, kind of saying why. Just sit down and defend. It's a second on Jacob, only the 3rd on the team, so no penalty there. Justice Barrett will sit down as Max Shawver goes back to some of his starters. I see the point guard out there, back out there, Logan Frazier, going to try to get away with playing Frazier with the 3 personal fouls for the final half minute here. 36-19 Warriors. Warhawks have trailed by as many as 20, but it has been all Westerville North here in this second quarter. Mason Gooden trying to elude Cornett. 15-footer, no good. Shot it too quickly. Warriors could get an opportunity here. Medhani tried to throw a one-handed pass to Nate Roman, and it was deflected with 0.2 of a second left, and I don't think there's anything the Warriors can do here, right? As soon as this ball is touched, their horn's going to go off, and they're going to say that the first half is over. Westerville North on a 25-13 run in this second quarter. and the Warriors have opened up a 36-19 advantage. So Westerville North trying to get back in the winning track after the 51-49 loss to Lutheran East over at Capitol on the 21st of December. Westerville Central trying to hang around and make it interesting and maybe try to end a 7-game losing streak tonight here at Westerville North. But they're down 17 here at the intermission, 36-19. As the halftime report is coming up, we'll take a look at some of the first half stats. Those are tonight's Turbo Wash Car Wash first half stats. We'll give you some of the scoring numbers, free throw numbers, tell you who's in foul trouble, all that good stuff is coming up here at the intermission. But I want to say thanks to CME Federal Credit Union. They have sponsored our halftime report all season long, and super grateful for their support. Obviously a location here in Westerville, location in Pickerington. They have a downtown location as well, and they have been our halftime show sponsor all season long. CME Federal Credit Union provides hometown service and financial options designed to help members thrive. They have 5 locations in Central Ohio, including the location at 428 South State Street in Westerville. You can learn more at cmefcu.org. All season long, they have shared what they call money-saving tips for you and your family on the CME Federal Credit Union Money-Saving Minute. And so without any further ado, here on the CME Federal Credit Union Halftime Report, we present to you tonight's CME Federal Credit Union Money-Saving Minute here at Westerville North, where the Warriors lead the Warhawks by the score of 36, to 19.
Cassie here with the CME Money Saving Minute. When it comes to borrowing, the best game plan is knowing the rates and avoiding hidden fees. CME Federal Credit Union keeps it simple with fair, transparent loans that help members move forward, because the right loan should put points on the board, not push you back. For details, visit cmefcu.org.
We are all searching for a place to belong, a place to fit in, a place to call home. We long for solid ground that allows us to grow far beyond our dreams, seeking guidance as we navigate life's lessons. Leaning on others' experiences to help unlock our full potential. Desiring authentic relationships, meaningful conversations, people to push us to success. Striving to define our purpose, find our mission, and following God's calling to change the world. We are all searching.
Well, back here at Westerville North, it was a 5-point game at the end of one. Warriors led 11-6, but They put 25 points on the board in the second quarter. They outscored the Warhawks 25-13 in that second stanza, and it gets us to our halftime score of 36-19 here at halftime. It is Friday Night Hoops. It is presented exclusively by Krieger Ford as we welcome you back to the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. CME delivers smart financial strategies and local support that puts members and community first. CME Federal Credit Union, banking that has your back. Why don't we take a look at tonight's Turbo Wash Car Wash first half stats. Enjoy the longest car wash tunnel in Central Ohio for a superior wash and dry. And with a Turbo Wash monthly membership plan, you can wash your car as often as you like with no contracts and no hidden fees. It pays for itself in fewer than 2 washes. Turbo Wash Car Wash is simply cleaner, faster, and better. 4 Central Ohio locations, a key away across from Top Golf. How about Canal Winchester near Gender Road, Easton location. They've got a location at Bethel Road as well. You can learn more at turbowashcarwash.com. We take a look at some of the scoring numbers in this game, and Elijah McCree sat much of the first quarter with 2 personal fouls, came in early in the second and scored 13 points in a quarter, did most of it in a span of about 4 minutes where he caught fire. He has a game-high 13 points here at the break, 8 in the first half for an aggressive Jacob Medhani tonight, 6 for Damian King, 4 tonight for Tony Cornett, 3 for Tyson Perkins, and 2 on a lay-in by Nate Roman off some penetration from Tyson Perkins. Warriors doing a really good job at the charity stripe. It has been an area of struggle for this team through 6 games, under 70%, I think 67 coming into tonight. The goal is 75. Well, they're at 89% tonight. They have hit 8 of 9 at the charity stripe. For Westerville Central, as we continue on with the Turbo Wash Car Wash halftime stats, 5 points apiece for Matt Brett and Mason Gooden to lead the Warhawks. They get 3 from their all-everything point guard Logan Frazier, 3 from Mekhi Ross, who started at the power forward tonight, 2 for Landon Cantrell, who came off the bench in limited minutes and came in. He's about their 8th or 9th man. Starts with the JV as well. 6'3" freshman added 2. And Tyler Gooden, who comes in averaging 10 points and 4 rebounds, was held to only 1 in the first 16 minutes as he split a pair of free throws. And boy, when you're playing the reigning Division II state champs, it does not help your cause when you're not hitting the free ones. Westerville North 8 of 9 at the stripe. Westerville Central in this game 3 of 9 at the charity stripe for 33%. Again, North led 11-6 after 1. They outscore Central 25-13 in the second quarter, and it gets us to our halftime score of 36-19. In terms of foul trouble, Elijah McCree too early. They played him in the second quarter, and while being aggressive, also played extremely smart and did not pick up a 3rd foul, so he still has 2. Jacob Medhani has 2, and Desmond O'Canny in limited minutes off the bench had a couple of fouls as well. For Westerville Central, it's even worse. Logan Frazier, their point guard, has 3 fouls in the first half. Tyler Gooden and Mason Gooden both have 2 fouls in the first 16 minutes of basketball as well. Those are tonight's Turbo Wash Car Wash halftime stats. Become a Turbo Wash Prime member and enjoy VIP treatment, including a dedicated VIP lane and license plate recognition, which means no more ugly windshield stickers. Turbo's Prime membership starts saving you money after only 2 washes in a month. Check out turbowashcarwash.com for membership options or to sign up, or you can stop by any of Turbo Wash's 4 Central Ohio locations. IKEA Way across from Top Golf, Easton on Morse Road, Canal Winchester off of Gender Road, and Bethel Road. Turbo Wash is cleaner, it's faster, and it is better. We are in the midst of the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. Since 1935, CME has delivered financial service rooted in community and focused on non-member CME Federal Credit Union, banking that has your back. We appreciate, again, the outstanding team over at CME Federal Credit Union, Carrie Mercer and Cassie Gress, just to name a few. So I want to say thanks to Fitness 19. They are the official fitness club of the Westerville North Sports Network. A big thank you to Mike Freight and his outstanding team at Fitness 19. They kind of share that scoreboard spot with Empirical Sound and Lighting. Not on it tonight, but they are a family-friendly facility that offers the largest free weight center in Westerville, along with brand new treadmills and professional personal trainers. Fitness 19 is a gym that is geared for results. You can click on the link in the comments section to learn more or to join today. Quaker Steak and Lube is proud to support Central Ohio high school sports, and they're the best place in town for hot wings, cold beverages, and the hottest sports action. Quaker Steak and Lube, 850 or 8500, I should say. Thank you, Lyra Drive in Columbus. And a big thank you to Glenn's Sports Barn. Have your next big event, graduation party, birthday party at Glenn's. You can learn everything you need to know by visiting glensbarn.com. Thank you to Glenn and Jason Biddlestone and the rest of the team at Glenn's. Underway here in the third quarter. Warriors a commanding 17-point advantage as Cornett's three on that right wing went off the window, no good. And a rebound to Westerville Central. Chance to cut in to that 17-point deficit. Matt Brett, a phantom screen on a little pick and pop to the left wing. Brett, one of three seniors. Brett working against Damian King and not on the same page. He thought that Tyler Gooden was popping and Tyler was cutting to the rim. The miscommunication, the basketball ends up in the end of the Central bench and a turnover back to Westerville North. 36-19, just underway. Next time we talk to you is in 16 days. Sunday, January the 18th, over at Ohio Dominican, a shot clock event over 3 days. Westerville North plays in day 2 on a Sunday night at 8 p.m. against Cincinnati Aiken. We'll have that game for you 7:30, the North Star Family Dental pregame show from Ohio Dominican. The foul on Makai Ross is his second, first on the team. And Tony Cornett will go to the line and shoot free throws 12 and 13 for Westerville North. And the first one is no good. I think I said North was 8 of 9 at the stripe in the first half. Give me a second chance to get our numbers right. They were 8 of 11, 73%. Central, if you're just joining us, 3 of 9 at the charity stripe in the first 16 minutes for 33%. Cornett has had some struggles at the stripe. We touched on it. I think right now, I want to say is 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. Has 5 points in this game. Warriors now 9 of 13 from the free throw line. The lead back up to 18. They have led by as many as 20. Tony Cornett trying to force a 5-second violation and probably should have gotten it. Penetration and kick back out to Brett. Brett now to Tyler Gooden. Gooden did not play in the regular season meeting last year due to an ankle as Makai Ross lost it. Outlet underneath McCree, 2 in transition. 15 for Elijah McCree, and a turnover is going to give it right back to Westerville North. So the biggest lead of this game matched right now by the Warriors. Central led by as many as 2. Kind of at a seesaw affair for a couple of minutes in that opening quarter when we had 5 ties or lead changes. Right wing, it's Tyson Perkins. Perkins working against Mekhi Ross. Ross trying to move his feet, but can't stay with him on a little change of pace. Shan Trustley said it looks like a video game sometimes, and it did right there. Tyson with his second field goal. 5 points, biggest lead of the game, extended now to 22. 41-19, 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter on Friday Night Hoops, presented by Krieger Ford. Rick Cooper, Ricky Cooper, and our Westerville North Sports Network broadcast team. Working here is the sophomore Logan Frazier. Got away from McCree, and then McCree a little poke, and he's going to get called for the foul. Be a third on Elijah McCree. First on the team in the quarter. Back into the game, Justice Barrett, freshman guard that saw time in the first half, did not score. He'll check in. Mekhi Ross will sit down with 3 points and a couple of fouls, as it was Frazier there that just tripled into 3. He's got 6 points in this game. And Madhani attacking to a spot, no, and they're going to get a loose ball foul on Tony Cornett. No argument from Tony. It's his first, team second. Point of correction here. They had the foul on the board. And who did they charge that last foul to for Central? I thought it was Logan Frazier, but I think they rang it up on the board as Mason Gooden. Was it 3 or was it 2? Ricky Cooper will check it out. I have it as a third foul on Frazier, but the scoreboard had it as a third. Damian King with a bucket here, made it a 21-point game. King with 8. Here's a steal. Tyson in transition. Tyson blocked up close by Matt Brett, but he'll shoot 2. Foul on Brett, his second. Tyson in the act of shooting. And the kid, again, it looks like a video game at times. Will shoot the 14th and 15th free throws of this game. Pride of Genoa Christian Academy is where he did his work in middle school. Of course, older brothers, Ty Perkins, Division II State Player of the Year a year ago. Redshirted this year up at Akron. And older brother Micah Young at NCAA Division II Concord University. One more for the junior. Bends his knees and hits again. Came in at only 61% at the stripe, but looked good there. And the lead is 23 as we near the midway point of this third quarter. They get a pretty good double team. Really good skip pass out of it by the point guard Logan Frazier. Frazier now to Brett. Brett left side. Strong take by Cantrell, or make that Barrett, who attacked to the rim for 2. Justice Barrett with his first varsity basket in only his second game played. Has been a freshman kid primarily. Damian King, no, Damian caught it in midair and put it in. See, athleticism, he is a blend of speed and power. Talking about Damian King, and there's a steal by McCree. Madhani steps into a 3 and hits. Fourth three-point basket of the year for Madhani. 26-point game as Brett to the rim for 2. Matt Brett with 7. Lead got up to 26 a minute ago. Ricky Cooper going to have somebody look at that foul situation. Just want to get that squared away, whether it was on number 2 Logan Frazier, who I thought it was clearly on. But again, the scoreboard had it posted as a foul on number 3 Mason Gooden. The Honey Baked Ham and Turkey Feast is the best of all worlds with a signature bone-in half ham, smoked or roasted turkey breast, and your choice of 4 delicious heat and serve side dishes like cheesy potatoes au gratin, Tuscan-style broccoli, and maple sweet potato souffle. Not sure what you want? Visit honeybake.com to see all of their complete meal options and new take and bake slider and biscuit lineup. Honey Baked has everything you need for a stress-free holiday season. Honey Baked Ham, 1374 Polaris Parkway in Columbus. Jason's Deli at Polaris is the official deli of the Westerville North Sports Network. Jason's Deli across from Cinemark Movie Theater on Gemini Place is the only Jason's in Central Ohio. Stop in and enjoy the Jason's Deli Reuben Sandwich, voted the #1 Reuben sandwich in the world for a fast casual dining restaurant. Dine in and enjoy a full-service salad bar as well. Dine-in, carry-out delivery, all available at Jason's. Proud to give back to the community and proud to support tonight's big game. 50-26, coming out of the Max Shawver timeout. He has 2 left, and they're going to get a walk here on Tony Cornett. That's going to give it back to Westerville South. 3:16 to play. I want to say thanks to Magic Mountain, where you can be a hero to your kids. Host a birthday party at Magic Mountain Family Fun Center, where they include entertainment, food, and fun for all ages. Visit MagicMountainFamilyFunCenter.com. Good penetration and kick there by Barrett, but they come up empty. An alley-oop in transition to Cornett. No, as he couldn't handle it, and it'll go out of bounds back to Westerville Central. Boy, we've seen just snippets of Justice Barrett, the freshman for Central, but a really strong attack a moment ago. Knew what he was doing on that last possession as he got 2 to guard 1, made the right pass there, nearly turned it over, but avoided a double team, and Westerville Central got another good opportunity off it, but came up empty. Tyson Perkins isn't going to come up empty as he puts it in transition. Let's count the basket, and he was fouled. Third foul on Tyler Gooden. Third on the team here in the quarter. Tyson Perkins, points 8 and 9. He'll look for 10 the old-fashioned way with the 16th free throw of this game. This thing getting out of hand here in the third quarter as the free throw is up and in. So Tyson Perkins now the third, make it 4th Warrior into double digits. McCree leads everybody. Medhani and King have hit double digits as well. Lead is 27, 53-26, as Barrett up close, unable to finish, and a rebound to Desmond O'Canny, who has checked in for Damian King. Looks like Tyson Perkins. Nope, Nate Roman out there for McCree. Roman stepped into a 3, fired, no good. Tyson caught it in midair, no, but it goes out of bounds off Westerville Central. We're going to stick with Logan Frazier. I'm sure it was on Frazier, but the scoreboard had it as number 3. Ricky Cooper, our on-site producer, trying to get that foul situation right, but he's doing a lot next to me and cannot figure it out. 2 minutes to play in the third. Perkins double pumped, put it up and in. Tyson Perkins, one of those guys you think you're in a good spot defensively, and his footwork and quickness and all of the above, next thing you know, he's shooting a layup right around you. He is a nightmare to deal with. 29-point game as we near a minute and a half to play in the third. Westerville North, barring a disaster, is going to go to 2-0 against the Ville with one more for Westerville South, and Jacob Medhani is having himself a night. Little step back 3 right there. Makes it a 32-point game. 58-26 as a jumper by Frazier comes up short. O'Canny to the middle and Roman. Roman attacks, went to a left-handed reverse, no. Caught in midair by Tony Cornett to put it in. 7 for Tony. Minute to play, 60-26. A point away from a running clock as Barrett just missed a wide open layup for Westerville Central. Warriors trying to win again in this series. Roman's 3 no good, and a rebound picked off on that backside by Westerville Central. Near and a half minute to play. Logan Frazier, first-year starter at point guard, 9.1 points a game. Third best on this team. Well, they want to play. I know Max Shawver wants the minutes for his guys, does not want to get into a running clock in this fourth quarter. Barrett picked up his dribble. He'll kick it back out to a guard with 10 seconds to play, and going right down Main Street, USA, was Mason Gooden. No, but he was fouled by Desmond O'Kearney, and Gooden is going to shoot a couple of free throws with 8.3 seconds left to play. Free throws 10 and 11. First attempts of this second half for Westerville Central. They were a dismal 3 of 9 at the stripe in the first half for 33%. That coming from a 70% free throw shooting team. 12 meetings between these two teams over the last 8 years. North has won 7 of them. They've won 3 in a row. First free throw up and in for Mason Gooden. Give him 6. Now 4 of 10 at the stripe is Westerville North. And our first reserve, Jude Bromley, has checked in. Second one is no good. 33-point game, 5 seconds to play. Bromley put the ball on the floor. Brett went flying over him, and a foul is going to be called here with no time left on this third quarter clock. And I'm not even sure Ron Smith, the public address announcer, they're going to call the foul on Logan Frazier. It will be his 4th, and Bromley is going to go to the line and hit the first. Well, this is a big one here, because if Bromley hits it, we're going to start this fourth quarter with a running clock, and we are. So Jude Bromley hits 2 with no time left, and the Westerville Central students beginning to file out of this building, as it is now a 62-27 game. Westerville North put 26 points on the board in that third quarter when they outscored the Warhawks by the score of 26-10. And boy, it's hard enough to beat a team like Westerville North, hard enough to do it in this building where they have been absolutely dominant. They have been 46-4 over the past 4+ seasons in this building. That's a 92% winning percentage, but nearly impossible to do when you've got a running clock in the fourth stanza. 62-27. Thanks to Roosters for their support of our broadcast coverage. Award-winning wings, pizza, salads, and more. Roosters locations in New Albany and Polaris. We say thanks to the Rusty Bucket, where we dine tonight, where the neighborhood eats, drinks, and laughs. Located on Polaris Parkway, just east of Cleveland Avenue. Visit myrustybucket.com to learn more. Stephan Family Dental is tonight's dentist of the game. 54 Westerview Drive in Westerville, providing quality family dentistry, putting patients first for more than 40 years. Learn more at StephanFamilyDental.com. Well, a running clock means the only time we're stopping it the rest of the way, if it doesn't get under 30, is for a timeout or an injury. Everything else, you'll see the clock running, even at free throws, even when the ball goes out of bounds. As a good attack there and dropped up and in. Who was that there, Coop? That was Tyler Gooden that dropped it in. His first field goal in this game. Boy, Westerville North has done a really good job on him. Came in averaging 10 a game. First field goal doesn't come until the fourth quarter. Medhani back to the basket. He'll bring it back out and reset. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Friday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford. Jude Bromley getting some minutes here with the varsity guys, the regulars. Another one of those guys they could count on as this season goes on. Runner no good by McCree. Tipped by Damian King with the left hand was off the mark. Westerville North is going to go to 6-1. They're atop the OCC Capital at 3-0. Central's going to drop to 1-8. They have not won since the 26th of November. A 75-44 win against Kilbourne as Makai Ross attacked on the baseline, but left it short. Medhani in the rhythm. His 3 no good, and up high to grab the defensive rebound is Makai Ross. Bring it back out and reset will the Warhawks. 33-point game. Three-pointer here would get us back to a traditional clock, but Damian King says, no, Rick Cooper, as King went to the other end but could not finish himself. And a rebound to Central. 3-on-3 break, right side. Barrett shows three, fires no good. Medhani with a pretty good box out on that backside. Right side, McCree, long three, in rhythm, is right there. Boy, Elijah McCree with 18 points in this game, and Chantrussley with Tyson Cornett and some friends at the table. Four guys coming in at the next stoppage. Bromley, you would believe, will be the one that stays. Right side three, no good, and Damian King, another defensive rebound. King an outlet to Medhani as we near 5 minutes to play. Medhani breaks some ankles and then triples on the right wing. 17 for Medhani, 9 here in the second half. And here comes the cavalry, the substitutions. In a 39-point basketball game, O'Canny sits down, Medhani sits down, McCree and King sit down. Tyson Cornett out there. I see Bromley stays. Who else we got out there, Coop? Noah Hale is out there. The jumper on that left wing missed everything. There's Bromley there. I think I was saying that wrong, Rick Cooper. That was Ben Hopkins. Not, we'll get that right. I think the PA announcer had that wrong as well. Apologize to is Ben Hopkins that scored. Ben, I apologize, buddy. It was Ben Hopkins. Now Bromley is in. This is Noah Hale. Here's Hopkins. It was the first reserve off the bench. As Noah Hale, off some block-to-block screen action, came across and dropped it in. Third and fourth points of the year for Noah Hale. Runner no good. Offensive rebound dropped in by Westerville Central. Put in on the offensive rebound by 23, Troy Watkins. Another freshman guard that's been playing a lot of JV. Steal and a lay-in at the other end. That's Landon Cantrell's second field goal. Give him 4. Lead 37. It has been as many as 39. Attacking. The lefty went to the right hand on the right wing. No good. And a long outlet to Barrett. 15 feet away. No good. And a rebound to Hopkins, who saved it under his own basket or the opponent's basket and lived to talk about it. Under 3 minutes to play. North Star Family Dental postgame show coming up. Take a look at the postgame stats. We'll talk to assistant coach Lawrence Pack, courtesy of Smile Doctors, and we will select and talk to tonight's Ohio Christian University player of the game. Hopkins, left side now. We get a look at Jericho Ream-Snyder, the 5'9 junior guard. 4 points in 3 games, and Tyson Perkins, the basket and the foul. Tyson Cornett, thank you. There's a lot of Tysons and Ties, and they're going to charge the foul to 23, Troy Watkins. It's his first. So Tyson Cornett, thank you, Rick Cooper. Now with 7 points in this game, he'll look for 8 as he attempts the 19th free throw of this game for Westerville North. Tyson Cornett bends the knees and hits. So 8 in the first half, or 4 in the first half, 4 in the second for Tyson Cornett. And that's not right, Rick Cooper. Goodness gracious. Falling apart here with all these reserved. Gave his points to Tony. We're not going to do that. Underneath and a block up close and a couple of free throws coming. This was a shot to the head, and they're going to charge the foul here to Ben Hopkins. Hopkins picks up his second. I think Tyson Perkins has 5 points in this game. Made the layup at the other end, was fouled and made the free throw, the and one. Had a bucket in the first half as well. So first free throw was up and in here for Logan Frazier. Again, the Warhawks have not helped their cause at the charity stripe tonight. But Frazier hits two. He'll end up in all likelihood with an 8-point night as we're under a minute to play. Hale out there trying to step through a double team. Does so, gets it to Reem Snyder. Now left wing and Bromley. Back to Reem Snyder. Double teamed. Trying to get it to Bromley, who tried to meet the basketball, but it was taken away anyway. 4-on-1 advantage and a foul on 15. That is Jude Bromley. And that's going to be the final play in this basketball game. We're going to have a couple of free throws, and that's going to do it. So Westerville North is going to win for the fourth straight time. They are going to go to 8-5 in this series since 2017-18. 21, CJ Patton didn't even know whether he should shoot the free throws. Did he shoot one or two? He only shot one free throw there. Kind of should be an all or nothing unless we're playing in the NBA. Anyway, they cut him loose after the one free throw and said this basketball game is over. So Westerville North was kind of interesting early. It was a 5-point game at the end of one, and it was all Westerville North after that opening quarter. And the Warriors a convincing win to go to 6-1 on the year. They go to 4-0 here at Westerville North. They have not lost a basketball game since the 2023-24 season in this gymnasium. They are now 47-4 over the last 4+ seasons. Westerville Central with the loss has dropped 8 in a row, and the Warhawks are now 1-8 here in 2025-26. Coming up, the North Star Family Dental post-game show. We'll talk to Lawrence Pack, courtesy of Smile Doctors. We will select and talk to tonight's Ohio Christian University Player of the Game, and a lot more. All that is coming up on a packed North Star Family Dental post-game show. Final score tonight, Westerville North the winner, 73-35, and you watched it here tonight on the Westerville North Sports Network.
We are all searching for a place to belong, a place to fit in, a place to call home. We long for solid ground that allows us to grow far beyond our dreams, seeking guidance as we navigate life's lessons. Leaning on others' experiences to help unlock our full potential. Desiring authentic relationships, meaningful conversations, people to push us to success. Striving to define our purpose, find our mission, and following God's calling to change the world. We are all searching.
Security, you probably don't know all the facts about it, like where your money goes, or how much your Social Security protection is worth, or how old you'll have to be to get retirement benefits, or how much you'll receive when you're eligible. But there is one way to get all the facts, and that's by calling 1-800-772-1213 for the free booklet, Basic Facts About Social Security. That's 1-800-772-1213.
The following is a public service message from this station and calltorecycle.org. Chances are you already recycle paper, glass, and plastic, but it's just as important to recycle old rechargeable batteries. They're the kind you find in power tools, cell and cordless phones, laptop computers, digital cameras, MP3 players, and other cordless electronics. If it's rechargeable, it's recyclable. You can recycle your old rechargeable batteries at any of the thousands of retail stores that have joined the nonprofit Call to Recycle program. Those include home improvement centers, electronics stores, and other retailers all across America. To find a participating drop-off location, call toll-free 877-2-RECYCLE or visit us online at calltorecycle.org. Recycling old rechargeable batteries is easy, it's free, and it's a great way to do something good for the environment. Just remember, if it's rechargeable, it's recyclable.
This is Delta Burke. Good health can often be a numbers game. Your blood pressure should be 120/80 or lower, and the human body runs at about 98.6 degrees. But if you're one of the 16 million Americans with diabetes like me, there are some other numbers you need to know. Talk to your doctor about getting an A1C blood test every 3 months. It tells how well you are controlling your blood sugar. A score of 6.5 or lower is best for most people. Also, test your blood sugar around mealtimes. Levels of 110 before you eat and 140 or lower 2 hours later are right for most people. These numbers may not be right for everyone. For more information about diabetes or to find an endocrinologist, the diabetes specialist near you, call 1-866-ENDO-HELP.
I was scared. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I just join? They broke that take it easy kind of guy who just let things ride. And then they started building me up. All I wanted was to be a Marine. In boot camp, I was fine-tuned and honed into a Marine. It was a real learning experience. The pride when you put on that uniform, you feel like you're the best that there is. It shows that you accomplished something. You're walking 1,000 feet tall. I can't see being anything else but a Marine. The title United States Marine supersedes everything to me.
Become one of the few and the proud, like Sergeant Rodney Roper. Call 1-800-MARINES. The change is forever.
Well, it is a celebration time here at Westerville North. This is a basketball program that has done a lot of celebrating in this building. As we just said a moment ago, they are 47-4 within the confines of this gymnasium over the last 4+ seasons. My Texas Instruments calculator says that is a 92% winning percentage. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, 11-6 they led at the end of one, but they go on a 25-13 run in the second quarter. They put 26 on the board in the third. They outscore Westerville Central 26-10, and they go on an 11-8 run in that fourth quarter, and it gets us to that final score of 73-35, a comfortable 38-point win here at Westerville Central, where the Warriors led by as many as 39. We do welcome you to the North Star Family Dental post-game show as we take a look at some of the final numbers in this game. We've been a little bit under the weather battling tonight, and I can hear that hoarseness as my voice says enough is enough, but we'll get through this post-game show. Lawrence Pack will talk to us courtesy of Smile Doctors in just a few moments, and we will select and talk to tonight's tonight's Ohio Christian University Player of the Game. North Star Family Dental is a proud supporter of Warriors Athletics. Enjoy a free whitening with a new patient exam, cleaning, and x-rays. To learn more, call 614-682-6213 or visit them online at NorthstarFamilyDental.com. Why don't we take a look at some of the scoring numbers in this basketball game as Westerville North, most importantly, snaps a one-game losing skid. They improved to 6-1, and they hand Westerville Central their 8th loss in 9 games here in 2025-26. Well, it was Elijah McCree who did not score in the opening quarter, but was plagued by some foul trouble. Chantrussley put him in despite those 2 fouls, and Elijah McCree apparently was in a bad mood, looking to put some points on the board, and took advantage. 13 in that second quarter, finishes with 18 points in the game. But the guy that led Westerville North tonight, 12 in the second half, and showed us a little bit of everything. Talking about Jacob Medhani, who finishes with 20. They get 10 tonight from Damian King. So Westerville North puts 3 in double figures, 9 tonight from Tyson Perkins, 7 from Tony Cornett, 2 from Nate Roman, 3 from Tyson Cornett, and 2 apiece late in this game for Ben Hopkins and Noah Hale. Westerville North unofficially tonight, we have them at Rick Cooper. You didn't figure it out. Let's go 14 of 19 at the charity stripe tonight. And again, that Texas Instruments calculator says that is a 74% free throw percentage. For Westerville Central tonight, they get their, 35 points tonight from 8 different guys. Nobody hit double digits. Logan Frazier, the sophomore point guard that they are really excited about, had 8 points, was plagued by a lot of foul trouble, but Max Shawver elected to stay with him most of the night through that foul trouble. He had 8. Matt Brett, a quiet 7 tonight. 4 points for Landon Cantrell, who gave them a couple of minutes in both halves. They get 3 tonight from Tyler Gooden. He came in averaging 10. 6 tonight from Mason Gooden, only 1 in the final 16 minutes. 2 tonight from Troy Watkins late. 3 tonight from Makai Ross, who came in averaging 8. I thought Justice Barrett in spots in those limited minutes at the end. Those are an opportunity to earn the trust of your head coach. Has moved him up from the freshman team as a starter, puts him in. He had 2 points, made a couple of good decisions in terms of dribble drive and kick into shooters. He had 2, and I think that accounts for all of the scoring. One of the numbers, if you're Max Shawver, that is a major concern when you're taking on the reigning Division II state champs, is when you go 6 of 14 at the charity stripe for under 50%. At halftime, when they were still trying to hang around and find a way, Westerville Central was 3 of 9 at the free throw line in a spot. I think Westerville North, if I remember, we reported it was 8 of 9. I think it was 8 of 11 at the charity stripe. And so the team that has had their struggles shooting free throws was shooting them well, and the team that came in at 70% was 3 of 9, and that just is not going to help the cause. So we welcome you back to the North Star Family Dental post-game show, and Lawrence Pack, gracious enough to talk a little bit of basketball with us. He appears, as he always does, courtesy of Smile Doctors. Smile Doctors in Westerville. You should choose Dr. Reed with Smile Doctors because great orthodontic care is built on trust, experience, and outcomes. Schedule a free consultation. Affordable and zero-interest installment plans available, and most insurance plans are accepted. Get personalized care that'll make you smile. Smile Doctors in Westerville is proud to support both of these programs and Central Ohio High School sports. Call them at 614-392-5610. Visit smiledoctors.com to schedule your appointment today. They are conveniently located at 5749 Maxtown Road in Westerville, and they are the exclusive sponsor of our interviews with Stanley Jackson, Chantrussley, Lawrence Pack, and whoever else we bring up here that is a head coach of one of these programs, but the guy we get to talk to right now, Lawrence Pack. And first of all, Coach, haven't seen you since Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, all that good stuff, right?
Always a good thing after the new year to start with a win, especially for a team that hadn't played in 12 days, and the last time they played got handed a loss for the first time in 379 days. What'd you like as you think about it big picture tonight? What allowed you to do it?
Well, we talked about the fact that, we haven't played since the 21st, and the last time we played, we had a bad taste in our mouth with that loss basically at the buzzer in the last 7 seconds. So we've had a couple long weeks of practice with break in there for the holidays. So it was good to see the kids come out and respond, and for the most part play a good game tonight, and against a crosstown rival. You never know what you're going to get, and they're going to come out fired up and ready to go. They're better than their now 1-8 record. They played a tough schedule.
Sure.
They're young. They're figuring it out, and so you never know. And they shoot the ball really well, and they'd been scoring it pretty well. So to come out and hold them to 35 points was a testament to our team defense. It was 19-16, 19 first half, 16 second half. So we were pleased with our overall effort all night on both ends of the floor.
It got to be hard for a team that hadn't lost in so long to have to sit around for 12 days to play. I joked with Shannon the pregame. I said, probably wanted to play a fourth game in 4 days. Let's play again on Monday to end that streak. How challenging was this stretch? How proud were you as an assistant coach, the way these guys came back and got after it the last 12 days in practice?
We've had really good practices. The kids talked after the game, and we talked in the locker room. And said that doesn't define our season.
Sure.
It's hard to go undefeated. There's not many teams that ever do go undefeated. And you look around Central Ohio, and there's not really anybody left that's undefeated. I mean, it's tough to do that every night. So it had been a while, but we talked about, it wasn't a league loss. It wasn't anything that is going to define us. It's not a bad loss. Lutheran East is a really good team. They're not. I don't know that they'll lose, and especially in Division 5. Now I don't know what their regular season schedule looks like, but in Division 5 they're pretty strong.
Yeah. So they a big win today, and you get back on the winning track at 6-1. Well, I know it's going to go, and Big Walnut the next time you guys play. So another testament to these kids to come out today, and you see 1-7. Somebody might take the foot off the gas, realize how big next Friday night is, but it was really a team. Yeah, you got their best early. It didn't get off to a great start, but really a team that kind of took care of business tonight.
Yeah, just kind of. I didn't know how we would start, with that long break and being a little sluggish, and with the holidays and stuff, guys were staying up late last night probably watching football, and we didn't have practice this morning, so they probably slept till 1. They're kids. I remember those days. But no, we haven't even talked about Big Walnut. I mean, we didn't mention it. The kids, I don't even know if the kids knew. We didn't mention it until after the game tonight, and when we talked about, we got to do a better job of finishing around the rim, and the next opponent's big, physical, and long, and it's going to be, and a couple of the kids looked at each other, and I think it was Elijah looked at him and goes, Big Walnut. And they're like, oh, yeah. And so, they do a good job of focusing on what's next, and what's ahead of them, and then we'll start focusing on Big Walnut when we come back to practice on Monday.
And we saw a football team in scarlet and gray that had a little bit of trouble with a layoff.
We're not talking about that.
Let's not even go there. Let's talk about the one tonight. So, what was the concern tonight? Where did you see rust tonight that you'd like to fix a little bit this week?
We didn't finish well around the rim. I think we left some points out there. I mean, you score we score 73 points with a running clock in the fourth quarter. So. And it's not that we were bad. We got to do a better job of finishing around the rim and playing off of 2 feet and finishing, like we talked about. We got to take care of the ball just a little bit better. I think we had 13 turnovers or something like that, and that we want to be under 10. We just kind of threw it around a little bit at times, but for the most part, pretty solid with the effort we gave and the hustle and the energy we showed.
something that a fan may overlook. It's an 11-6 game. Elijah's got 2 fouls. He's sitting on the bench at the end of the first quarter, and Shan obviously trusts him. He's a senior. You're going to bring him back out, and he scores, I think, 13 points, much of it in about a 4-minute span where he got going in that second quarter. There's about 9 different directions I could go with this question, but 1, a head coach that trusts one of your co-captains and a leader, but 2, a co-captain that came out, played smart, knew he needed to be on the floor, and found a way to contribute without picking up a 3rd or 4th foul in that second quarter.
Yeah, it's always been that way with our senior leaders.
Yep.
I mean, we trusted Micah and Ty last year. We've trusted Carter before that. We just trust those guys to go out and make the right decision and play really good basketball and remind them. And they're smart kids, and they know they want to be on the floor too. Right. So they don't want to pick up that 3rd foul that's going to put them right back on the bench and do those type of things. So, it's never been a thing. Now, if you get 3, you're sitting. We know that, but we've done that before. But it depends on the situation too, and depends on the type of player. If it's somebody that's an inside player that's going to be banging around a lot, maybe you don't do that. But somebody that's a guard that can kind of, and the second foul he picked up was kind of a weird one where he was just running through to create space, and he cut, and the kid turned and ran into him, but it's offensive foul. And it's a right call, but it's fluky.
Yeah, I don't think Max. I remember there was a lot of people upset tonight with some of the calls. Max Shawver was on fire a couple times on that bench. So how about Midhani tonight? He gives you 20, comes in averaging under 5. I guess is that the best that you have seen him offensively as a varsity basketball player at Westerville North?
In a game, yes.
Yeah.
We've seen it in practice.
Yep.
And it's just he's so unselfish, and he's such a team player. Tonight he had a little bit of that. I'm gonna look to score a little bit, and I think that you saw that. And when he hit a couple, we know he's capable of shooting it. I said all last year, when he takes a 3, I think it's going in. Even last year I think he shot 40-some% from the arc. I'm sure you got those stats somewhere embedded in there.
Not going to see my old eyes to find them,
but yeah, last year, he didn't shoot it a whole lot.
44.
Yeah,
15 of 34.
Yeah, when he shot it, we thought it was going in. When you're a 40+% three-point shooter, you're pretty consistent, and we were just waiting for him to do that. But he, like I've said every game, who plays well? Jacob always plays well. He usually gives you everything you need, and tonight he scored.
Yeah, I guess, can I ask it, how much more difficult? He averaged 4 a year ago, 4.8 this year, so where he impacts the game, I know he makes the right plays, he's smart, you've said he's the best defensive player, he got the team defense award last, but when he's doing this kind of stuff, how much better, how much more challenging is this team to deal with?
It is, because you got to guard Tyson, you got to guard Elijah, you got to guard Tony, and you're like, who do we lay off of?
Right.
Maybe you lay off of Damian, maybe you lay off of Jacob. But if those guys, like Damian had double digits tonight all around the basket, and he's going to get those. And if Jacob, he, like we said, 44% last year, if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down, and he can score it, and he's going to make the right decision. He's not going to force much. So yeah, it's a good luxury to have, and it makes it tough on the defense.
Absolutely. A lot of guys can beat you, and so many interesting. So we could go for an hour. I got to ask you a couple of them that blow. You got a point guard right now that's leading this team in rebounding. Every time I see the stats, he's got 8 or 9. They say he averages 6 a game. Just a stat sheet stuff where there are a lot of different guys that can be. I don't even know where we go with that. Tonight Tony finishes with 7, and you still win by 39. There's some stories here that you don't have Micah, you don't have Ty, but you still got a lot of weapons that can beat you.
We got a lot of great players, and we got a lot of skill and a lot of talent, and guys that are going to do what they do. I think Tyson was our leading rebounder last year with those guys, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little again, luxury. What other word to pick tonight? I've been on break too, so
Me too.
No, it's a nice luxury to have. have where your point guard can go get the rebound when your other guys are blocking out, and he's going to come get it, and when he gets it, he's going.
Yeah.
So you better get back.
I would much rather, as a player, deal with a guy with your size than a guy like that. He is so slippery and sneaky that even guarding him, you think you're in the right place, and the next thing you know, with his stop and starts and elusiveness, I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like what Tyson Perkins does.
He's got another gear.
He does.
He's slippery.
He does, yes. Ben Hopkins, first guy that comes off the bench in that second wave of guys. I just can think back to Shan saying, boy, we're 7 deep right now. We'd really like to get to 8 or 9. I know Tyson Cornett has been that 8th guy. Anything to read into there? Is he one of those guys that has been practicing well?
He's been practicing. He's had 2 really good weeks of practice, especially this week. And Tyson still went in first in the first half and gave us the minutes when we usually bring him in about that 5-minute mark of the second quarter, and he gives us good minutes. But Ben and Jude and Jericho as well all had great practices this week with that play on that JV group that dressed varsity, and Ben had a great JV game tonight. I think he had almost 20. But no, he's been practicing really well, so he's earned that time. And Jericho and Jude have had great practices, and it's been a good 2 weeks, for them to develop and grow and get better as well.
Cool. How's the JV doing? I know you got a little bit of an interest in that, but I mean, they're winning a lot. What's their record right now?
They're undefeated.
Okay.
They haven't lost, and I think 19's been their closest game. Okay. They're getting after it, and they're going, and they're playing really well. And we're really happy with the way they've been playing, and he's getting all those guys some playing time every night, and it's good. They're developing, and they're practicing hard, and they're working hard.
They've had a couple other years like this too. I remember Coach Mack telling us the Big Walnut year with Bowers that they split. And
Ben's had a luxury, because back in the day when I coached JV, you didn't get these guys, but Kevin kept all those guys. I joke with him. Last year he actually had to coach a little bit, but the year before that he was like 18-3 his first year. He had Elijah and Jacob as freshmen, and then he had Tony and Damon the next year and went 20-1. Last year with Nate and Des and those guys, I think he went like 14-7 or 13-8, and like I said,
job was in jeopardy.
He had to coach a little bit, and so this year they're undefeated. So
he's winning about 80-85% of his games.
He's started off really well.
He needs to retire right now, be a Hall of Famer.
I told him he hasn't really. He goes, but I'm the JV. I'm like, you haven't coached. You're not a JV coach. You're second varsity guys. You haven't had to coach a JV team yet. So
what's their overall record? They're undefeated. Have they played? Not every time you guys have. I mean, like the Lutheran.
Yeah, they played Pickerington Central down at Capitol that night in the back gym, and they beat them by 17 or 19 points. So
they're 7-0 right now.
Yep, 7-0.
Okay, got it. Give us one nugget before we let you go. You can now talk Big Walnut. Obviously, they've got big aspirations. They've got some good stuff happening up in Sunbury.
Watched them. They're long. They're physical. They do a really good job. They play a 3-2 zone. We'll probably see zone. We'll see man. They'll mix it up. I think they may have had this game circled for a while. And it's a good rivalry. They're really good. They're talented. They're skilled. They got kids that are going to play hard. They're going to play tough. It's going to be a challenge next Friday night.
I look back on that game whenever it was. This was March the 5th against Central. I don't know what that would have put that, but that was a semi.
That was a Wednesday night. So
Saturday or Sunday?
It was Saturday. So that would be 8th. March 8th. Yeah.
That March 8th. I did not do either regular season game, but I did that one, and they're super talented. But tell me if I'm wrong. They did not like the pressure. That was what was
they did not.
I know nobody does, but I mean they've got good players, but they were uncomfortable much of the night.
We made them uncomfortable last year, and they're going to be ready for that this year.
It'll be a good game.
So
good stuff, Coach. Thanks for staying late.
No problem.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll talk
see
to you soon.
Yep.
Alrighty. Lawrence Pack always staying late. He's got to. It's in his contract, but we're grateful. It's talking a little bit of basketball with us. He appears courtesy of Smile Doctors. Why choose Smile Doctors? Because great orthodontic care is built on trust, experience, and outcomes. Schedule a free consultation. Affordable and zero-interest installment plans are available, and most insurance plans plans are accepted. Get personalized care that will make you smile. Smile Doctors in Westerville is proud to support Central Ohio high school sports. Call them at 614-392-5610 or visit smiledoctors.com to schedule today. Well, it's time for us to select and talk to a very patient Ohio Christian University player of the game. At Ohio Christian University, they believe students are called to be like oaks of righteousness, deeply rooted in Christ, standing strong in purpose and flourishing in community. And at OCU, you'll always be known as a scholar with professors who care about your goals, known as a leader, shaped through their leadership roundtable training, and known as a friend in a community that celebrates you. Come experience what it means to be rooted, nurtured, and known. Visit ohiochristian.edu/preview and see how Ohio Christian University can help you grow into the oak that God has called you to be. Jacob and Heidi, that would be a good place for you. My kids have played down there, man. You would be a tremendous fit. I get no commission for saying that, but boy, a high flyer. Congratulations, first of all, on the win tonight. Got to feel good after 12 days of kind of sitting around after a disappointing loss to a really good Lutheran East team. Just take me through the emotion. What'd you guys like as players tonight? What allowed you to do what you did?
Tonight, just moving the ball, playing together. Like you said, we've been sent along after a loss. It was a bad taste in our mouth. Tonight we didn't come out strong, and that's what we did.
Yeah, and how challenging was that? I joked with Coach pregame. I said, man, after you lose a game, I know you had played 3 in 3 days, but probably some of you guys wanted to go back out and play on Monday then and get after it with somebody. But to sit around, get back in the gym, and Coach just kept talking about how focused and how hard the guys got after it. What was that like? What does that say about this team? But how challenging was that to kind of wait for this opportunity tonight?
It was very long, boring. After the loss, the thing about our team, we just flushed it right after that night and then got back to it next week at practice. Just like last year, we lost in the beginning of the season, so we just wanted to pick it up from there and not look back.
What do you, and I want to talk to you about tonight primarily, but let's stay on Lutheran East a minute. What do you take from that game, X's and O's wise? Obviously, they were a really good team. It's what they would call a quality loss, right? I mean, you lost to a team that's won 3 straight Division V state titles. They've got scholarship guards everywhere, but what do you take from it that says, not you individually, but as a unit, where do we need to be better to make sure that the end of March turns out the way it did like a season ago?
Just communicating more on the floor, making sure we're in the right spots at the right time, and overall just being more conditioned. Even though it's kind of hard, but we just got to fight through it. In close games, we're going to have to be more conditioned.
How tired were you guys in a third game in 3 days? You'd been in West Virginia and all over. Not an excuse, but obviously that's something that most high school basketball players, don't experience.
Yeah, definitely not an excuse, but the first half, we was cool. And then once we sat in there, halftime came back out, our legs was kind of tired.
Those 10 minutes just changed everything. Well, you guys fought and still had a chance at the end. So tonight, what was X's and O's? Same thing. What did Coach say to you after the game? What was he most proud of tonight?
How we shared the ball. We didn't force as much turnovers as we liked, but we still made them turn the ball over. But we shared the ball. We drove. We shot it pretty well, and we shot free throws well. Yeah,
much better than we've had a couple of outings. So you shot it well, and it's the most aggressive that we've ever seen. Coach Pack said it was your best game as a varsity player in terms of scoring 20 tonight. Kind of did a little bit of everything. Take us through what was working well for you tonight.
I feel like during the whole week of practice, I was just thinking a more aggressive Dame and Jacob will help this team a lot more. I know I'm aggressive on the defensive side. I just wanted to get my shots falling, so I came out aggressive tonight, and I had a good week of practice, getting shots up, making shots, seeing it go in, and then during this game tonight, it was just after the first one went in, there was no going back.
Yeah, well, and you didn't just settle. It wasn't, hey, Jacob hit 7 threes, that's why he's got. No, you were causing them, getting 2 to guard 1. I remember a couple of we called them line drives, those little 12-footers, but you attacked to a spot. I don't know where to go with that, Jacob, but it wasn't just a hot shooting night. It was you really making a defense work in a lot of different ways tonight. Talk about that, if you will.
On the defense end, I'm just like the vocal leader, I would say. Just letting guys know I'm there, I'm with them, and to be in the right spot. We didn't really get a lot of traps tonight. They were trying to stay in the middle of the floor, but we still play solid. We got a 10-second call and a couple of turnovers.
But offensively, you attacked to some spots and, like I said, really challenged that defense. Take me through, just if you can, talk a little bit. You were really like getting to the elbows, getting to that middle of the floor, and that's something that I don't think there's a lot of guys that can keep you from doing that if that's something you want to do. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I know that's my shot, so like when I see a advantage, I go take it. So like once I catch it on the run, I'm going straight to the spot and not letting nobody stop me. And I feel like I have a good quick first step to get past and then raise up to shoot the pull-up. So I use that. And we did scouting. The players actually led scouting this week. So we saw a lot of their defense, like how they played defense, and we felt like we could attack them.
Could get, like there was some dribble drive that was maybe more available than others. Okay. Now Big Walnut next Friday night. That should be fun. I mean, these guys have been, I think they've got 1 loss on the card right now, but they've been really, really good. And I think they think this is a game they can win and a league they can win. Take me through how I know you haven't dug into tape a lot yet. Tell me initial thoughts on what that game could look like next Friday night.
Rebound. You just got to rebound. They're a big team. They've been a big team. We just got to make sure we're on the glass every possession. And then just pressure, keep our pressure up. I feel like we can get them out first half, get them tired real quick.
What do you remember about the meeting at the fairgrounds in the regional final? What my memory is, I'd have to look back at my notes, but they were not comfortable against that pressure. Is that how you remember it? Was that one of the differences?
Yeah, definitely keep our pressure up. They're not going to be comfortable. They have some ball handlers, but I feel like if we speed them up, they can like turn it over. So I feel like if we play how we usually play our true selves, we'll be able to get it done.
Be fine. What's the future? Let's just assume this is the last time we get to talk to you. I hope it's not, but take me through what your plans are. What do you know at this point? How important is playing college basketball next year?
Playing college basketball is real important. Talking to a couple of D3 schools and hopefully to get a chance to play at the next level.
Local D3s?
Ohio Wesleyan.
Okay.
University of Chicago, but I have to get accepted to go to the school to play basketball. So
okay.
I got my application
saw your
submitted.
mom at a Groveport Gahanna game. She was there watching your cousin, I guess, right? Jaden.
Yeah.
And was he here tonight?
I'm not sure.
Okay, my son has ties to Jaden and said he was coming tonight. But anyway, she mentioned University of Chicago, and it has something to do with what you want to study, right?
Finance.
Okay.
I want to be accountant, and I want to be in like the finance field.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to become a sports agent at one point. So
is that right?
Yeah, I got to get my head in the books first.
Got it. And University of Chicago is a place that a lot of agents come out of that school.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So cool. And right now, you mean in the middle of a season, you're having some of those conversations, taking visits. And are you the oldest Medhani? Is there a younger? I met your younger sister once. Is there any? You don't have an older brother?
Yeah, I have an older brother. Yeah.
Is there anybody helping you through this? I guess where do you look to for guidance right now as you're listening to offers and?
Definitely my uncle.
Okay.
And then my mom. She always puts her what she has to say about it in. Okay. And I listen to everybody around the family.
Got it.
But not really anybody that played basketball.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mom's a smart woman. Every time I've talked to her, I've been impressed. So listen to your mom. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
but it's always good to have good people around you. Jacob, we love what you do. We love the selflessness with the way you do it. Keep on wreaking havoc, and hopefully we get to talk again down the road. All right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thanks for coming up. Yeah. Jacob Medhani, one of the good guys here at Westerville North and one of the good guys in high school basketball. Appreciate him coming by as tonight's Ohio Christian Christian University Player of the Game. Seniors, are you ready to plant your roots, begin your next season of life at Ohio Christian University? You'll be known as a scholar with purposeful academics, known as a leader equipped to influence, known as a friend in a Christ-centered community. At OCU, your growth is much more important than academic. It's spiritual, personal, and powerful. Like an oak of righteousness, you'll grow deep, stand tall, and live out God's calling with confidence. You can apply now at ohiochristian.edu/apply and start your journey at Ohio Christian University this upcoming fall. Be known, be rooted, and be ready. We'll tell you a little bit more about Ohio Christian University, and we'll be back to wrap it up here on the North Star Family Dental postgame show. Westerville North goes to 6-1. They win tonight 73-35. Back with more after this.
We are all searching for a place to belong, a place to fit in, a place to call home. We long for solid ground that allows us to grow far beyond our dreams, seeking guidance as we navigate life's lessons. Leaning on others' experiences to help unlock our full potential. Desiring authentic relationships, meaningful conversations, people to push us to success. Striving to define our purpose, find our mission, and following God's calling to change the world. We are all searching.
Well, 73-35, the final scores. We welcome you back to Westerville North and the North Star Family Dental postgame show as we put a wrap on game number 7 here in 2025-26. The Warriors go to 6-1, and Westerville Central drops to 1-8. Want a couple of quick thank yous before we do sign off. Again, we say thanks to Stephan Family Dental. Tonight's dentist of the game, convenient hours, evening hours, and a convenient location in Westerville. StephanFamilyDental.com. Tonight's insurance agent of the game is Kyle Haskins with Geico Insurance, here to serve you and your family and save you money while providing outstanding insurance coverage. You can learn more at geico.com/Columbus-Haskins. Empirical Sound and Lighting has been on your scoreboard all night long. They're the official sound and lighting company of the Westerville North Sports Network, providing staging, backline, video projection. Whether your event is big or small, visit empiricalsound.com. Oasis City Church with that brand new location on North Spring Road. They call it the North Spring Campus. They still have the East Wind location at 270 and Route 3. Sunday service times 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at the East Wind location, 8:30 and 10:30 at the North Spring location. You can learn a lot more by visiting OasisCityChurch.com. Turbo Wash Car Wash is the official car wash company of the Westerville North Sports Network. Of course, 4 locations in Central Ohio, and they've got that outstanding VIP promotion right now where you can become a dedicated VIP lane member, license plate recognition, no more ugly windshield stickers. 4 locations in Central Ohio, including the IKEA location near Top Golf. We say thanks to the team team at Turbo Wash. Thanks also to Quaker Steak and Lube. All you got to remember about Quaker Steak and Lube is Tuesday night is all-you-can-eat night. All-you-can-eat bone-in wings every Tuesday night at Quaker Steak. You can visit thelube.com. And again, parents, if you're looking for a place for your next graduation party, birthday party, or big event, the place you want to consider is Glenn's Sports Barn. Thanks to Glenn and Jason Biddlestone and their message that they want me to pass on to you, that it is time to start doing that right now. Click on the Contact Us option at glensbarn.com, and you can start that process of getting information about how you can have a party there where you got plenty of seating for up to 75 people, but plenty of fun. A private facility that can include basketball, dodgeball, kickball, and a lot more. And Jason's Deli, the official deli of the Westerville North Sports Network. They've got an ultimate salad bar box. Their salad bar in the store is incredible, and you can leave with a smaller version of that is absolutely fantastic as well. It's perfect for your next big event. I'd love to say Ohio State football party, but that ain't happening. But maybe a March Madness party or a Super Bowl party. Remember Jason's Deli. They are the official deli of the Westerville North Sports Network. And one final plug here. Big thanks to Honey Baked Ham Company on Polaris Parkway for partnering with us. No matter the size of your gathering, Honey Baked has options for your table with hams that range from 8 to 11 pounds, smoked or roasted turkey breasts that are fully cooked and ready to serve, and 10 heat and serve side dishes. The hardest part of your holiday meal should be just deciding which of those to choose from. Visit honeybakedham.com for all of the details. So those are the people you hear from that help us be able to bring this to you completely free of charge. And man, if you don't need a Honey Baked Ham, you don't need a Turbo Wash car wash, at the very least, stop in some of these places, give them a call, and thank them for helping us get these games on the air. They are the reason we're able to have the Westerville North Sports Network. So a big thank you. Obviously, a thank you to Krieger Ford as our title sponsor. Krieger Ford is the official Ford dealership of the Westerville North Sports Network, home of the Krieger commitment: best cars, best people, and peace of mind. Westerville Central back in action Tuesday night against Hilliard Darby. Really a winnable game next Friday when they host Central Crossing. That's an OCC Ohio game. A non-league game Tuesday the 13th against Dublin Jerome, and then a really tough test Friday, January 16th, 2 weeks from tonight, when they go down the road and see Tim Casey and New Albany. The Eagles at New Albany are off to a pretty good start in 2025-26 and look like one of those teams that could make it interesting at the very least for Westerville North in a district championship or a regional semifinal, of course, led by Marco Matucci. Just like saying that name. That's just a fun name to say. Westerville North off on Tuesday. They play next Friday at Big Walnut. Tuesday the 13th, home against Kilbourne. Friday the 16th at Dublin, Scioto, and Sunday, January 18th in that shot clock event. It's a 3-day event. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, isn't it? That's MLK weekend. Sunday night at 8 p.m. against Cincinnati Aiken from Ohio Dominican University. There's no rematch in this series unless they meet in the Division II district tournament. So the lone meeting between two non-league opponents here in 2025-26. Next time we talk to you is at that shot clock event, Sunday, January 18th against Cincinnati Aiken at Ohio Dominican. They have it listed as an 8 p.m. tip time. We'll go on the air at 7:30 with the North Star Family Dental pregame show. And then after that, we're back with you January 23rd as we head up to Delaware, Ohio. Adam Vincenzo, Jeremiah Russell, and the Pacers await 7:30 tip time on the air at 7 o'clock with the North Star Family Dental pregame show. That puts a wrap on Friday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford from here at Westerville North. I want to say thanks to the coaches, Shan Trustley and Lawrence Pack at Westerville North, Max Shawver at Central. Thanks to North Athletic Director Wes Ellifer at Central, AD Andy I. And thanks to the guys that helped bring it to you tonight our on-site producer, Ricky Cooper, and our cameraman, Mr. Price Cooper. Thanks to all of our sponsors tonight, including our official game sponsor, State Street Advisors, conveniently located at 647 Park Meadow Road in Westerville. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors ready to equip you with a comprehensive evaluation of your current financial state to assist you in planning for your future. State Street Advisors will help guide you in formulating a series of achievable steps that can help you reach your objectives. You can call them at 614-895-2584, or right now while you're online, visit statestreetadvisors.com to learn a lot more. You can order a permanent digital download of tonight's broadcast that includes full high-definition video. You'll be able to watch this one completely free of charge over the next 30 days on Facebook. But if you'd like a better full high definition copy and you want to have it beyond those 30 days, all the details on how you can pick up a copy are on screen right now. For Shan Trustley, Lawrence Pack, Jacob Medhani, Ricky Cooper, Price Cooper, Ty Snacks Cooper, and our entire Westerville North Sports Network broadcast team. My name is Rick Cooper, saying so long from here at Westerville North, where the Warriors big winners tonight as Jacob Medhani erupts for 20 points and Westerville North the winner by the final of 73-35. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Have a good night, everybody.
Mm-hmm.